Well, hey, what's up, collecting crew, and welcome to Hot Talk episode 29. I'm Jay Feezy, and this is the Halloween-themed episode of Hot Talk. Happy October, all. For those of you that celebrate it, if not, then just happy Sunday for those who just carry on with a regular old day. Thanks for joining me. If you're watching live, I appreciate you first and foremost, and of course, those of you watching the replay, thank you for coming back and checking this out and giving us your time, myself as well as the panelists here. So we definitely appreciate your time. So yeah, we got a couple of announcements, a couple of releases here. Hot Talk, I know it's been a couple of weeks. Fortunately, there hasn't been too many that have released or been announced, so we got those covered. And we have I think time allowing, I think we can do a round of Feezy's 20. So if my panels are up for it, we got that coming up. But yeah, horror-themed or Halloween-themed episode. Yeah, sorry, I didn't have time to throw in my costume, but I may do that in a future episode. We'll see. We shall see. But ladies and gentlemen, of course, links to my panelists' links to my panelists' socials will be in the description below. And speaking of, let us go ahead and bring them in. Joining us from the road, we got Blue Tattoo and Moose Stream already on the scene. And for the first time on the channel, on the stream, please welcome everybody, Viking Collectibles.
Yay! What's up, everyone? Collectibles! Yay!
Hey, BC Viking.
Welcome, Viking. I've been seeing you on Shane's stream.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Shane's great.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
We got,
thank you.
Been on 1/6 Figure Focus, and I think your debut was on Masomenos, right? On
Masomenos.
Jose
Yep.
Plus, and on 1/6 Fix's channel. So that was a
Yeah,
good
that was my
episode.
first
I saw that episode.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. So if you guys missed that, be sure to check that out. I'll put that in the link. Put the link to that in the description below after the stream. But yeah, that was a good episode. All those Masomenos episodes with the Shark Tank, they've been pretty good. So he has another one coming up if you haven't heard already. So be sure to check out 1/6 Fix's channels, usually where they have those Masomenos episodes on there. But gentlemen, thank you for for joining me. Blue, how you doing, man?
I'm not too well. How about you?
Good, man. Good. Thanks for joining us. We got a couple of people here traveling, and it looks like me and Viking are holding it down at home. Our correspondents on the road, let us know if you come across any footage or any breaking news while you're out there.
I have no breaking news. The only thing that I would get breaking news is that I was called Kanye, but that's nothing to do with this show.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
If you want to give us a quick breakdown of what you're doing there, Moose.
Well, I'm at a store called Ollie's Discount. Oh my God, can't even talk without somebody making cranking noise, you know. And the only interesting thing I see is an X-Men '97 ship of on clearance. So I don't know. This is like that's been around a million different times. It's $13. You know, who cares? You know, I bought some action figures today, but I don't nothing 1/6. Well, I might buy one later on. 1/6. 1/6 is always under the doormat. I'm contemplating buying a Shark City Ozark Jaws shark, locally that somebody had in the marketplace. It's not the full size one. I really would rather have the full size one, but I don't think I have even a muscle rack long enough because it's like 53 inches. But I can always have it hanging over the edge. I would imagine, But I'm contemplating a 1/6 scale Jaws shark that's 53 inches. But the funniest thing I've seen here, in Ollie's, is a McLovin shelf talker.
What the hell? I don't even know there's a thing.
It is. I know. Really, tell me about it. They've had other ones too. I don't know how many more they have. McLovin, there's another guy here. I don't know. They're the same movie. What is this? So here's a Steve Carell from 60 or 40-year-old version.
Yeah, from Office.
Yeah.
He's from Office. Yeah.
Well, no, he's not from The Office, is he? No, he wasn't in The Office.
Yeah, that character, Andy.
This is the 40-year-old version.
Oh,
he was in The
sorry.
Office.
Yeah,
the character
right.
was. No, he's Michael. He's Michael. Yeah. He was Michael in that show.
Yeah,
that's the same actor. Yeah, it was.
I'm thinking of Andy.
Well, let's listen to see how bad.
From The Office. What's his name?
So McLovin has a pull string. Let's see what the sound of it is. See how it sounds. Hopefully you don't get a thing like a whatever we call it, a strike against you. But you're not even, whatever. Yeah. It's really quiet. Hold on one second. Let's try it one more time. I gotta pull it. Get the mic right up to it. That sucked. I can't even hear it.
It's all right. All right. Well, while we look at those figures, we're going to be talking Hot Toys here. So before we get started, let me address the chat here. Before we get going, the beautiful chat, we got S Beam in the house. Superior Beam, what is up? The other half of Blue Beam, what's up, Blue? Oh, Blue, what's up? Sam already mixed them up. What's up, Beam? Thank you for coming through, man. Hope you're doing well. We got interacting with the chat. Appreciate you, VC, for doing that and engaging and interacting. We got Valkyrie Magnus in the house, my man Magnus. What is up, Valkyrie Magnus? Thank you for coming through, good sir. We got Leon-esque Kennedy. Seems pretty appropriate for this Halloween-themed episode. What's up, Leon Kennedy? Thank you for coming through. Yeah, watch, as Beam saying, watch the road, Blue. Eyes on the road. I think he is. He's just like, look at his pose. He's just still. I think he's focused. He's locked in. Yeah, you see? Yeah. Just, yeah, for sure. Definitely be safe out there, Blue. So, yeah, appreciate you joining us. But, yeah, anytime you got to go or whatever reason, for safety reasons, no worries. Feel free to drop out and come back in when you can. Leon, yeah, that's a whole team meeting right there. You ain't lying, man. Yeah. You're probably going to hear a lot of, you're muted, which we do that anyways, right? Yeah. On the teams. Toy correspondence. Yeah, Valkyrie Magnus. Yep, exactly. Yep, our toy correspondence. Blue's pacing a hot lead right now on the Hot Toys news, and then Moose is just trying to go undercover. Actually, they're not. I just made that up, but still, that would be cool. Let's just pretend they are throughout the whole stream and see what they come up with. We got Tijuana Mike, aka King Churro, the king of all churros in the house. What is up, my man? Happy Sunday, collectors. Happy Sunday to you as well, good sir. All right. Here we go. I think everyone so far. So again, I appreciate you all for joining us on this Sunday, October 19th, 2025. Got a couple of weeks till Halloween. This may be the only Halloween-themed episode. I might do a figured lowdown. I'm not sure, depending on how it goes. So I figured I'd do this one now. I know we're a little bit early, but still get it in where I can. All right, here we go. First up on the list. Where we go? Okay. First release, we have the Hot Toys Samurai Predator. So this one I discussed in Hot Talk episode 1, first episode of Hot Talk. This was one of the figures that was announced during that time. So I won't go too much into details on this one, just because again we discussed that announcement in that episode. That link should be in the description below if you want to go back and check that out. And I think I made a comparison to the previous Samurai Predator. So if you just want to check that out for reference. So I won't be doing that here. We'll take a look at the proto versus final though on this stream. Not too much of a difference, but just for reference so you guys can check it out. So just a reminder, there was a collector and a special edition on this one, $430 USD. The special edition was only available on Sideshow. That both editions are sold out, unfortunately. There are wait lists, I should say. So congrats to all those who were able to pick this up and secure it, whether it be Sideshow or anywhere else. Yeah, because last I looked, this is pretty much sold out almost everywhere, if not everywhere by now. So let's see here. Let me go through some of these blogger photos here. And I saw the unboxing video, and I gotta say, this is one of those figures where the photos, it looked cool, but seeing an unboxing and seeing just people start to review it, it just looked more badass in the video. Not because of how it looks, but just like overall as a figure. Some of the aspects of it didn't really come through on the announcement photos, and I obviously don't have the first one, and so I had no idea what this was going to be like. I'm sure those of you out there who have the 1.0, if you want to call it that, or the first version, kind of had an idea. It's pretty much, I believe, almost the same, if not similar, just a different paint scheme. But yeah, man, this in the video, this overall just like ended up being better than I expected. So but it was a tough choice, like we all say recently, right? There's a lot of, like most of us collectors say recently, there's a lot of stuff out there, so we have to be really selective with what we're getting. And I was this close to possibly getting this one, but you know what? I think I'll save it for the next one. So it was a pass for me, although I was really tempted on pulling the trigger on this, because this does look badass, man. So I'll pause there and throw it to the panel. Has anyone got any thoughts on the Samurai Predator here?
Yeah, it's an amazing piece, isn't it? It's again, like you, I was very, very close to ordering this one, but as you said, there's just so much coming out. You have to really be picky with what you're getting now. But I'm still right on the edge of this one. It's just such a good piece. Such a good piece. It's going to stand out on any shelf you put it on, even if it's next to other Predators. It's going to stand out.
Yeah.
And you're right. It is very, very similar to the first one. It's just a different color scheme, really.
Do you have the first one, Mike?
No, I did. I wasn't really collecting when that one was coming out. Not properly, anyway.
Yeah.
So when this one came, it did really, really tempt me. And I still may get it. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. Yeah. I put myself on the wait list for just in case, like I said, I know I said it was a pass, but just in case if something comes along or something else, if plans change for whatever reason, I just put myself for the special edition. Just because I didn't mention this earlier, but the special edition has this crest here, this helmet with the crest. Let me go back the other way here for those that weren't aware. Yeah, this row here. So it comes with this helmet here with this crest and then this black face mask. So these two items are what come with the special edition. Everything else is the same on that one. So yeah, just in case, I put it on there. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, if not, I'm not gonna be too worried about it. Be really cool. Anyone else got any thoughts on the Samurai Predator?
He's badass. I missed out on the special edition, so I'm on the wait list for that one as well. I did get the regular, so I'm waiting on that. It'll be my first Predator. I'm excited for that.
Oh, really? So you got both the collector and the special edition? Well, the special edition on the wait list?
No, wait list on the special edition. I missed out on it. I waited too long.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But apparently people are having issues with the left shoulder.
Oh, interesting.
Shoulder? Yeah, so be on the lookout for that, and hopefully that doesn't plague too many collectors.
Like what kind of issues?
The glue, the thing coming off.
Oh,
so you just gotta glue it back in. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, actually, now that you say that, yeah, I do remember someone mentioning that. And yeah, and the review that I've seen so far, I think they mentioned on that left arm, because of that pauldron, the range of motion is limited, right? Because that shoulder, that pauldron, that shoulder pad is kind of static, like you were saying. And so because people were kind of either going beyond like a certain limit, it would pop off, and I think that's why, yeah, it would pop off because of that. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, thanks for that reminder.
I guess when you get the fly girl.
I'm gonna mute you there for a minute, Moose. Let me know when you're settled in, because you're getting some background noise there. There we go. Okay. All right. So yeah. That is kind of a concern. So just watch out for that. But I think on the right arm, the right shoulder pauldron, I think it should be good. I think that one articulates with the arm as well, right? Blue. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
That one seems to be okay.
Okay.
I can't wait to get him. He's badass.
Yeah, man, he is badass. Yeah, I think otherwise everything else, overall, like, he has limited articulation. I think 20 points, if I remember correctly, compared to some of the other Predators that had about 16, I think it was. So he has the most out of the other recent Predators, I believe it was.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's some aspects where he's going to be, for sure. I was kind of mentioning earlier, having to pick and choose and putting myself on the wait list. I think I for sure got the Broken Tusk, the one that previously came out with the Xenomorph armor, or the other, the one based on Alien vs. Predator, the comics. So that one looked really cool, and I did for sure want that one. So I picked that one up, and I kind of saw it as, okay, yeah, I passed on that one. That one I really wanted. If I had to choose between these two, I think I'd get that one. And so, I think this one, damn, I kind of want them all. To tell you the truth, like what Viking was saying earlier. They just having the shelf with all these Predators on there would just be so badass. This looks cool, but again, space and being selective.
Yeah,
that's our enemy right now. Anyone else got any thoughts on this? Moose, did you want to add anything? Are you good, Moose? Oh, can't hear you, Moose, if you're talking.
I can add something. I can tell you what my history of the Predator is. So, when this was announced maybe a year ago, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And at the time, I had no Predators, and I wasn't sure. Well, I wasn't sure I wasn't sure when I'd be having have a Predator collection. But since this is announced, I'm going to order this and put that as my first Predator. And as much as nice as it is, I wouldn't want that as my first Predator. So I'm lucky I got an MMS 090, even though that's still too short for Arnie. Still short. The best size
You're kind of breaking up the
Predator is the feral Predator. And so I have 4 Predators now before I even get. Are you breaking up?
Yeah, you're breaking up there.
Am I breaking up?
Yeah. Is it just?
Well, I'll get out of here. So obviously this is conducive.
Yeah. If you get home, Moose, and you want to jump back on, yeah, feel free. But safe travels, man. Thanks for joining us while you could. Yeah, and there goes Moose. Oh.
Thank you.
Our correspondent in the field, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So yeah, safe travels, Moose. All right, so if no one has anything else on this one, yeah, and then Moose, yeah, thank you for reminding me if you're still listening. Yeah, this did, I forgot to mention, this was announced September last year, so about a year window from announcement to release on this one, so not too bad, not too bad at all. But anyone else get any more thoughts on this one before we go to the next one?
No, it's very, very good and very tempting.
Yeah, they're with you. Let's see, we got Leon Kennedy saying he looks so badass in red. Yeah, man, you ain't lying. I think if I had going between the two, I would prefer comparing the first one to this one. I think I would definitely get this one compared to the first one. I know it's interesting because I had put up a short comparing the two, and asking which one they thought was better. And some people, it seemed kind of divided. Some people like the first one because of the more, I guess they were saying, the more accurate paint scheme, paint color to what the Predator actually looks like, right? His skin color. And then other people prefer this one, I think, because of the red. To which your point, Leon S. Kennedy, on this one. So yeah, it's mixed. I think I like the how this pops in with the red. So I think that's the one I would go with.
It's the one I would go for as well.
Yeah. Yep. There we go. Consensus on the panel. Nice. Love to see it. All right. We got Commander Green in the house. Welcome, sir. Commander Green. Thank you for coming through. Hey, Feezy and crew. Appreciate you, man. I hope you're doing well. I know it's been a minute since we saw you in the chat, but yeah, thanks for coming through, Commander Green. And we got my man 14 Wellington in the house as well. Happy Sunday to you, good sirs. I'm actually going to have the Samurai Predator face off against my Toshiro Mifune from Caustic Classic. Oh man, yeah. That is an awesome display, man. Yeah, I'm sure you just gave a lot of people ideas with that one. That would be a good display too. Looking forward to seeing pictures of that if you post those up, 14. Yeah, that is an awesome. Yeah, that'd be an awesome display. I was, trying to think of other. Obviously, these are all Alien versus Predator inspired or based, and so my idea would be to, like I said, if I were to get all these, obviously have these go off against a couple of xenomorphs. I know we have the Scorched one, and then the big chap. But yeah, I know people are going to do that, so I'm just looking forward to seeing those photos out there. All you photographers, you toy photographers out there, this is it's a lot of potential on this one here. I mean, just as base alone with this chopped off xenomorph head, yeah, that just adds to it as well. It'd be so badass. Then I forgot to say, I know the special edition, like I mentioned, comes with the crest, the helmet with the crest, and the black mask, and those are interchangeable. You can see here in some photos. Here, you see here, this one has the red mask with the crest helmet, and this crest, the helmet with the crest has all these little bumps on them. Here, I'm not sure what these are supposed to be on his helmet, but and then you can see here, then they swap it out for the black mask. So that is cool because I believe they attach magnetically, so you can swap between those, which is awesome. I didn't know that one. Had it up for pre-order again because I didn't have the initial one, but that's a cool option for collectors to kind of swap between those two. Damn, so badass. Okay, all right. Going on to the next one here, the next release. Where are we at? All right, we have the Hero of Hope, the man in red and blue and yellow. Let's see, we have Superman and Krypto. Make sure I got that right. Yeah, Superman and Krypto. So announced July of last year, July 2nd. Oh no, sorry, July this year. This is one of those that was a quick turnaround. So that was about 7-8 months, about from announcement to release. So yeah, shorter window on this one, which was awesome. So this one, we discussed this on Hot Talk episode 22 again. So if you want to go back and check that out, that episode, we discussed the announcement of this figure, and I did do some comparisons between that one and In Art at the time, because In Art came out of nowhere with their announcement, so a lot of collectors were surprised. At least it took me by surprise. I had no idea. So in that video, that episode of Hot Talk, I do a comparison. I kind of lay out the differences between those two. So if you're interested, go check that out. Link is in the description below for reference. So we won't get into the details on this too much. But yeah, so let's see here. We'll go through some of these bloggers. Yeah, this, like I was saying then, and like other people were saying as well with this one, what stood out to me are the colors, and it seems like that's still the case here with the release. A lot of people were talking about how, so far the reviews I've seen, how good this looks in person just because of the colors, and that's why I personally went with this one. I ended up pre-ordering this version because of the colors and how it pops. Seems like we'll look at the proto versus final on the head sculpt, which I just realized I didn't do that for the Predator, so we'll go back here in a minute and I'll take a look at that real quick. But yeah, it seems like from the review, the couple of reviews I've seen so far, that they're confirming that the head sculpt on this is, in their opinion anyways, a little off. Some people may think it's spot on, but if you compare it to the In Art, the head sculpt seems to be better on the In Art, but people were already giving kudos to this one for the body and the suit and the base. And that still seems to be the case here with the final. And like, again, we haven't seen the In Art one yet. That has yet to be released, so that could change when that releases. But either way, it seems like it's a win either way you want to go. Or if you got them both, yeah, kudos to you both. Kudos to you all for getting them both. But yeah, either way, it seems like a win-win, no matter which way you decide to go. But anyone got any thoughts on this Superman, David Cornsweat, and how it came out?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's turned out pretty well. It's not far off, I don't think, from the prototype that was shown. Just a few upgrades that people were asking for, like on the S shield and the pants over the top. They've upgraded. They look like they've touched them up a little bit. He's not one I'm getting. I wasn't a big fan of the movie, but I can't deny that this piece on the shelf will stand out. Definitely stand out, especially with the base, with that magnetic base. That's very, very cool, and it's nice to see that Hot Toys are doing something different. I still think, in my opinion, that the In Art is a little bit better, especially on the base. I prefer the In Art base, but it's definitely if you enjoyed the film, I think this is a great piece.
Yeah, you like the how the smaller scale of the base for the In Art one?
Yeah, I like I like that it's a little bit simpler, little bit more space on the base. I like it. I like the fact that In Art's bases are all at the moment very similar in shape and size. They sort of all match but have their own sort of flair to them.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yep. Yeah, no, that's definitely understandable. Lou, any thoughts on this Superman? Did you pick this one up? I think you said you did, right?
Yeah. I got the Hot Toys and the In Arts. I think this one turned out great. I think it looks just like the prototype. It looks fantastic. I like his kind of smile. It represents that Superman from the movie.
Yeah.
I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah. Kind of has that like that hopeful look to him. That kind of, yeah, just like that sense of just like, I don't know, just like that good vibe. You know, this movie, I personally liked it, and it kind of had, I think it did a good job of coming close to what the persona of Christopher Reeves portrayed in his version of Superman. And I still need to do, I still need to do a episode of that one movie on this one, but that's one of the things I liked about it, right? It's like, he didn't completely nail it, but it was pretty close. Like, Christopher Reeves is still, man, like, you watch that film and you just like, I saw it, I think right before or around this came out, and there's some parts where he just made me smile, man. Christopher Reeves had that, like, that vibe going. And then Cornsweat, he was close to it, but I think Christopher Reeves still took it up. But still, like, he kind of I think he did a good job with this Superman. So yeah, I agree with you, Blue. All that to say, I agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, Christopher Reeve is the GOAT, the best Superman in my opinion. But yeah, he did a really good job. I can't wait to see more of him, and I think think it's him and Supergirl in the next movie. So it'd be cool to see definitely more of Cornsfed Superman.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, one of the reviews I was watching, going back to the base, they did they kind of touched on how modular the base was. Like there's some parts where, let me see if I can, like one of these larger crystals here was removable, which is cool. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that you can. Let me see if there's a part. So like I think this bigger piece right behind, I like this pose here. It's just chilling like.
Yeah, that's cool.
Man, the Superman. Yeah, it's just, and this lower shot where it's just kind of looking up at him, so they want to make sure you get like his manhood in here. But yeah, this taller, this portion right here of this of his fortress, I believe, is removable, which is kind of cool. I didn't know that. In case you didn't want it too big, kind of what you were saying, kind of touching on what you were mentioning, Viking, about it's being too big. You can remove a part of it to make it somewhat shorter, but I mean, I'm sure it'll take up a good amount of space there. But for some reason, if you don't have the height, that's an option there. And of course, the stand that it comes with, from what I'm hearing so far, the magnet here, this is an awesome post. The magnet is pretty strong from what I understand. I haven't seen too many reviews, but from the few that I've seen, they're saying that the magnet is doing a good job. So that's an option. And from right here, actually, it looks like you can. I mean, it makes sense, but from what I've seen so far, people just kind of put the magnet and they attach it over the cape. But here, it's under the cape, so that's good to know, just to kind of confirm. Right? It doesn't look like it's being magnetized over the cape here. So I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I'm pretty sure the magnet was inside his body, but still, the options that you have, because I know some people had concerns about the magnet rubbing on the cape, and if it like moves or shifts a lot, that can kind of over time start rubbing either like a hole or rubbing the fabric. So that's good to see that you can put it under the cape instead. Granted,
I'll definitely keep it off the cape.
Yeah, for sure. Although you might have an issue.
Son of a bitch.
You all right?
Yeah, this fucking asshole cut me off. Sorry.
Oh man.
Pardon my friend.
Yeah, good reason. Yeah, you're pissed. Yeah. Just be safe, man. Just be safe. No, it's all good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know you can't prevent the other drivers, but just your thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I know that is still concerned with the magnet on the blue part of his suit, like on that inner part, but still, not much less on the aspect of the cape. Here, let me kind of see if I can zoom in here. It kind of looks like he's extending up, towards his back here. Okay. Yeah, no, this looks awesome. So my idea was, the reason why I ended up getting this one is, for one, like I said, it looked good. I liked the way it looked overall. The base was cool, the posable cape. But I wanted to have this version because, like I said, I thought he did a good job with his print kind of being close to what Reeve did, and then have Reeve, so like, the original, and then have the new. Although, I don't know what the future is for this version of Superman, but so I may have just like, I don't know, jumped the gun too early there. No pun intended, but yeah, we'll see how the future of this movie comes out. But either way, it'd be cool to have this version and Christopher Reeves kind of next to each other to represent, like, the original and the modern. So yeah, it was.
Oh
cool.
yeah.
I thought it looked good.
Yeah, definitely. Them two together look really, really good on a shelf.
Right? Yeah, they have similar suits, right? Because again, a lot of people didn't like the shorts, the trunks, but I mean, that's what Christopher Reeve had as well in his suit. So I know it's a preference. It's everyone has their preferences, and I know people like the Snyder one, Snyderverse with the Cavill suit, just the whole clean look, which is fair. I definitely get that. But yeah, these have like similar looks too. So, but anyone else got any more thoughts on this? If not, I'm gonna jump over to the comparisons here.
They could have done a little bit more work with the Krypto. The Krypto didn't look like it got much of an upgrade, really.
Yep. Yeah, that's another thing, right, that people were saying in the beginning with the announcement was that Krypto didn't look that great, again, comparing it to what InArt is doing. And yeah, that seems to be the case. So I agree. I think the Krypto definitely looked better on the prototype in our head. So yeah, again, pros and cons to both. There's some wins, there's some losses, some L's on either side, and we'll see how that goes.
Hot Toys has never been good at making animals.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so I hear. Yeah, I don't think I have any of their animals. Oh, I have the Loath Cow, but yeah, that's not that great from that came with Sabine.
Oh. Yeah, that's probably the best they've done. That's closest to that.
Okay, yeah.
But their
Here's that-
Einstein, that sucked.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, no
I
bueno.
think the only one I have is Dogpool.
No
Oh,
dog
yeah,
pool.
that's right. Yeah, I had that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog pool's not too bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Dogpool's
wasn't
not
too
too
bad.
bad.
Yeah, I do have that one
But
as
I
well.
guess more details in like dog pool that they could
What is that?
make it a little bit more. A dog pool has more details, I guess. A little bit rougher texture that they
Gotcha.
could utilize a better look for.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if we want to count Rocket as well. Rocket's in there. I mean, he came with
Oh yeah.
his Groot, right? Yeah. I don't know if that counts. That's good. They need to do. Oh no, they did Rocket and Cosmo, right? Did that? Yeah, I'm sure that came out.
Cosmo, yeah.
Can't even remember
Yep.
how that came out. How did those come out? Were those pretty good?
I don't have Cosmo, but Rocket they've always done great on. So
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, sorry, we took a detour there for animal talk, discussing the animals that Hot Toys did. Yeah, but oh yeah, so I was pausing here on this the base because I just wanted there's a better shot where I wanted to show where like this part right here, this larger piece, I guess you can remove. And of course, there's a smaller piece where the stand would go. There's like a smaller crystal that you can use to plug in that the flight stand hole there. You want to cover it up so it's seamless. So yeah, but this looks good, man. And this can obviously minus the Superman symbol here in front. You can use this for other displays as well, depending on the angle you take the photo, like with Mr. Freeze or something. You can kind of be creative. So that's another reason why I like bases like this a little more dynamic. Is because they could potentially have other uses, right? You don't have to use them for just a figure. Granted, you kind of have to maybe do a little magic or photography magic here to kind of hide certain aspects of it, but still, it's still another like diorama that you can use with it. It's awesome. I appreciate that. But all right, switching over here to the Proto versus the Final here. We have Proto on the left, Final on the right. And again, I tried to choose photos that are pretty close to the same pose. The only difference in here, obviously, you can see the Final has his eyes. He's looking to the left on this one, and the Proto's looking straight ahead. But overall, man, I still like it. Looks pretty damn close, if not, yeah, just about. I mean, again, the window was smaller, right? So I mean, collectors had an idea that the Final would be pretty close to what we got from the Proto, just again because that window was smaller. And I think they even Hot Toys or Sideshow had a release window of like October to December of this year, so that kind of was an indication that the Proto might have been what we were getting. But I mean, yeah, either way, it's pretty good to me. I'm not. I know some people are saying it's a little off on certain angles and certain things. So, but I look at it and bam, there's corn sweat. So, it may not be 100%, but I can definitely see corn sweat. So, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on this?
It's very, very close. I think the only thing I can notice that's different is just the slightly smoother, like most Hot Toys heads are when they come out to the final. They're just not as much detail as the prototype, but it's very, very close. Very close.
Yeah, the softness.
Yeah, that's all I can
for sure.
see different.
The hair looks good too, though, man. Like I like the way the hair looks on the final as well. I mean, it looks pretty close, if not exact. Again, it's hard to tell from just these stills here of this certain angle of a figure, but it looks pretty good from what I can see. The hair in this, the windswept.
Yeah, they've been getting better and better with their sculpted hair, haven't they? They're really good
yeah,
now.
they have. Yep, I agree. Yeah, looking good, man. Looking good. Yep. All right, let me go back to. I just realized I forgot to, like I mentioned earlier. Unless anyone has any more thoughts on this, Pro versus Final, Superman. Let me go back to the Predator. All right, here we go. Proto versus Final on the Predator. Sorry about that. Oh, I completely went over this, but again, like I mentioned, I tried to get certain kind of similar photos. This one's kind of hard because they didn't have exact poses. And the one on the right, I had to enlarge, so it looks a little pixelated, so it probably doesn't help it either more. But either way, I think the case still may be that it might be a little soft on the details compared to the prototype, but it's, if not, I mean, it's pretty close. Still, one ugly, yeah. Yeah, either way.
Ugly mofo.
Any beauty contest here. Don't. No. The hell are you? Yeah. Yeah. either way. So yeah, it's like it still looks badass regardless. The win.
It doesn't
Right.
look bad.
Right? Yeah. And again, I think I didn't do any justice. I didn't do this figure justice with this photo I chose because again, there wasn't really a lot of photos where I have a direct comparison, and then I had to blow this one up, so kind of soft already. The details you can't really tell. But just again, just for reference, just to give you an idea. All right. Let me address the chat here. Let me go back, switch it back to Superman. And let me address the chat here. I appreciate y'all for joining us again on this this fine Sunday, at least here on the West Coast here in the U.S. But whether you're joining us from here or across the world, appreciate you all. Let's see here. We got. Okay, we got 14 going back to Samurai Predator says, yeah, got the Samurai Predator on a payment plan. Nice. Valkyrie Magnus saying it reminds me of a cooked lobster. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Let's see here. Little mind. Moose is saying, I pre-ordered the Hot Toy Superman just before it went waitlist. I might have been the last order. Man, just in time. Just in time. Good call there, Moose.
Nice.
Great sharing that. Glad you were able to get in there right before the wait list. Before it went to waitlist. Yeah, Moose is talking about on the Superman. Love those colors. Yeah, man. I think that seems to be the consensus on this one. It's just how much it pops and how it stands out. We got Big Rib in the house. What up, Big Rib? What's up, everyone? He says, thank you for coming through, man.
Big
Moose
Rib.
going back to the Predator saying, I didn't fall in love with Samurai Predator. I'm guessing that means either. I don't know what the F is. But yeah, no, I hear you. Big Ribs adding, I actually was lucky and won this Superman on Brick Show. Oh, damn, congrats, man. That's awesome. Got a good looking figure. I don't so, but do you actually like the figure though, or I guess maybe I don't know if you mentioned that already. But either way, congrats on getting a free figure. We got Geo the movie canon in the house. VZ, he says, what up, Geo? Thank you for coming through, man. Hopefully you're having a good weekend so far. Always appreciate it. Of course, friend of the channel, the movie canon, as well as some others here. Be sure to check out that section of my channel, friends of the channel section, and you can find the movie canon in there, as well as S-Beam and S-Beam on there on their channels. Let's see here. We got Thalia Meyer in the house. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming through. Hello, happy Sunday, everyone, and happy Sunday to you as well. Hopefully you're doing well so far. Leon S. Kennedy saying the friendly neighborhood Superman with that smile. Yeah, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, you just pair him next to Smiling Holland, friendly neighborhood heroes. John Twill in the house. Thank you for joining us, my man. Superman is less. Oh man, I don't know about all that. I appreciate that though, but yeah. Thank you for coming through. I don't know if I would put myself above Superman. Actually, I know I wouldn't. This guy's like, cause he's a symbol of hope. He's a symbol of hope here. That's what his symbol means, right? Is that hope, right?
Yep.
Jazzy, we got Jazzy in the house. What up, Jazzy? Thank you for coming through, my man. Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, Jazzy has some cool photos, man, displayed too. If you haven't already, I know he doesn't take them that often, but if you haven't, yeah, check out his Instagram account on there, and I'll put a link in the description below. But he has, not only does he have a badass WRX, I think it's WRX, but yeah, STI, he has takes some cool photos too. So yeah, appreciate you coming through, Jazzy. Hope you're doing well, man. Big Rib saying, do predators have their balls on their forehead? Yeah, I don't know about all that. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about those little bumps on the? Oh, no, actually, I was talking about the helmet. You're talking about the forehead. I don't know about that one. That may be like part of their evolution. I'm not sure how that works. We got the mysterious viewer in the house. Thank you for coming through, whoever you are. Appreciate it. Asking, did anyone get the Artisan Anakin? I was 4,000 in queue and literally just managed to cop before it got wasted. Oh, waitlisted. Damn, congrats, first of all. And we'll touch on it here in a little bit. I actually got that upcoming, the Artisan Anakin here, so we'll discuss that. But no, I didn't even try, to tell you the truth. Just to answer the question, I don't know if anyone else here tried to get Artisan Anakin. Able to get it. That's it. Yeah, that was an interesting one. We'll talk about that and the numbers and no edition size. But I don't know, Viking, did you try to get for that one? Did you try to go for that one?
No, I didn't go for the Artisan. I had already ordered the sculpted one, which I was finally happy to get.
I'm with you. Yep, we'll come back to that here. Commander Green saying I really have to stay on point with budget and sticking with my Star Wars lanes with these predators and aliens they're pulling. Yeah, man. See, that's exactly. Yep. Commander Green's also on the same boat as myself and Viking here about. Yeah, we gotta like Commander Green here saying stay in those lanes, but it's just really tempting with some of this other stuff. And again, I collect multiple figures, so there's a lot of stuff in smaller scales as well that are pulling at my wallet as well. So it's like pulling in every direction. Everyone wants a piece of it, right? All these figures are trying to get a piece of that the wallet / the card bank account. All right, going on to the next one here. The next release we have from Hot Toys. Totally missed one. So yes, it is Sunday, but this next up we got Wednesday here. Wednesday was released as well. Let's see here where we at. So she was announced August 21st of this year. So this figure was just under 2 months window. So this was another one that was surprisingly short turnaround. So I think this caught a lot of collectors by surprise. I think even though the estimate on this one was the end of this year is what I believe. Can you correct me if I'm wrong? I think Sideshow had that show release. But yeah, it came out the 16th is when this was released, at least in China. So yeah, I think before this, the quickest turnaround we had was Balin Skull, and that was about 7 months from announcement to release. If I remember correctly. I think it was Balin, but again, this is not for the Hot Toys non-exclusive, non-limited figures, because those usually have a quicker turnaround, right? They usually, once they're announced, they have a quick turnaround on those, but this is for a non-limited, non-exclusive figure. So yeah, really, I was really surprised by this one too, yeah, on how this was. So 310 USD. Again, another one that we discussed the announcement of on Hot Talk, episode 25, link in the description below if you want to go back and check that out. So we won't go through too much of the details in this. We'll just kind of look at the blogger photos in this. And I'll just actually pause here. I'll throw it to you, Viking. Any thoughts on this one? Is this one you're picking up or no?
No, it's not one I'm getting, but it is very, very good. I'm very surprised how quickly. I think that is the quickest one that I've seen since I've been collecting. I don't think I've seen a quicker one. I know the Revan was quite quick as well. He came around pretty quickly, but yeah, I think she's good. And not only is she pretty good, the amount of bits that she comes with as well, I think, and they all look really, really good. The accessories that she has are like you can see, and the fact that the hand is magnetic, I really like that as well. But yeah, again, it's sticking to your lane. It's not one I would pick up, but I'm happy. I'm really happy that Hot Toys are making pieces like this, because there are collectors that really do want this, and they will be really happy to get it.
Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, and I'm with you. This was, again, like the announcement itself was just kind of a surprise to me. Came out of left field, at least from what I've been tracking, what I've been seeing. I didn't expect this at all, so I was kind of surprised that they had this. But yeah, definitely love to see finally Hot Toys. Well, I don't say finally, because here and there they mix it up. They do kind of one-off other IPs besides the main one. So yeah, this was a welcome addition. I'm passing on this one personally, but still it's cool to vary it up and see that they are mixing things in there. Netflix shows for sure, right? Which this is Netflix.
Yeah, it is Netflix, and they've been doing a few of them, haven't they? They did the Arcane, and they're doing some other ones. They're
One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece. The one I'm hoping for is Witcher. I'm hoping they go to the Witcher at some point.
Yeah, I hear a lot of collectors asking for that one too as well. So we don't know. We'll see. Isn't there a new season of that one coming out pretty soon or no?
There is, yeah, with Liam Hemsworth, isn't it? That's taken over.
That's right. Yeah, I'm behind on that. I haven't seen any. I haven't seen the first season yet, so I need to go. I heard good things about that, but
yeah, it's good. So maybe the first few seasons. Yeah.
Is it okay? So yeah, maybe there's a chance there that they still may do Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Witcher or
possibly.
Geralt. How do you pronounce his name?
Geralt.
Geralt. Yeah, thank you.
Actually, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I'll have to. It's in my queue. I just haven't got around to it. I'm still behind on Peacemaker too. On the newest season, I got to go watch that as well.
It's just too much.
Yeah, no. It's just like figures, right? There's just too much media. There's a lot of media to consume as well. Both, video games. I know you're a fellow gamer as well, so yeah, same. I have a backlog of games. I have a backlog of shows and movies I need to watch. Well, more so TV shows and movies. I try to catch up on my movies. TV shows I'm behind on.
Definitely.
I did see the newest season of this Wednesday though, so it was pretty good. I think the previous season. for the first season. This is season 2, right? It's the latest one.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I've seen the first season. I've not seen the second season. But the first season surprised me. I was actually surprised how good that was.
Right? Yeah, same. I really enjoyed it. So I still think the first season was better, but the second one was still pretty good. They did kind of add some things to kind of mix it up and twist it up a little bit.
Definitely.
But no, this is cool. Like others were saying again, and you touched on the accessories. I mentioned this during the announcement of this figure. The accessories are really cool and fun to have. I know some people had to put in some crazy ideas of what they plan to do, either with Thing or the cello, or just the chair. There's again one of those pieces where the accessories you can use for other figures, and that was really tempting in itself. But overall, I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm good. As much as I would like to do that as well and get these just for the accessories, it's still a pass for me. What were you gonna say, Viking?
Yeah, no, I agree. It's definitely going to be a pass, but you can't deny it looks good. Like all the details on these little bits, it's so good.
Yep. Yeah, right. And the fact that you get 3 different variations of Thing, and then they're all magnetic, I believe, like you had mentioned.
Yeah.
Right, or is it just this one? I can't. Yeah,
I think they're all magnetic because I think the one that's on his fingers, I think I saw it's like a little bit of a plastic clip that sits under it to attach magnetically as well.
Okay, gotcha. I can't.
So,
I know we discussed it in the announcement of this. But I can't. Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, really cool with the options of this one. There's like the posing options and the display options you can have with this. So
yeah, definitely.
One point of contention was of course, as usual, is the the head sculpts Proto versus Final. So I have those here as well. Proto on the left, Final on the right. And I know some people were saying that some collectors were saying that the likeness is off. She looks a little younger than she did in the at least in season 1, and I agree. I think she has like more of a younger look to her than she actually did. But again, I'm not comparing the actual photo, which I should do. I should actually kind of like take a look at those, but I usually just do the Proto versus the Final here in this case. And in that regards, in this context of just comparing the Finals to the Proto, I mean, I think it looks good. Again, it was a short turnaround, so I mean, I don't think collectors could expect too much of a change, just because again it was like just under 2 months of a release window. So the Proto in this case is another case where the Final would look close. Hey Blue, welcome back. You good?
Yep. Pretty settled in here.
All right, yeah, take your time, man. No worries. Viking, any thoughts on this? On the comparisons here, Proto versus the Final?
I think this looks exactly the same to me. I don't see much of a downgrade at all. Yeah, as you say, so it was so quick. They couldn't really it couldn't get much, like they couldn't improve it very much. I know that I saw that that it didn't seem like there was many orders, like even Kit put up that he was gonna only get half of the amount of orders in, and so I know that it didn't seem to be a very big order for this one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, thanks for reminding me about that. Yeah, I did see that. For those that aren't familiar, 16 Kit made a post on Facebook where, and you guys correct me if this was actual confirmation. I think at the time he was kind of thinking that those orders for the market in China or in Asia, and I forget which countries exactly in Asia, but I think they were going to cancel them because which is what Viking was touching on. They didn't just have enough demand there, and so but did they actually confirm that? Is that actually what happened? Or in the chat, let me know.
I don't know. That's why I saw his post, and it didn't surprise me because, as we said earlier, it's not a piece that everybody's going to gravitate to, but it's a shame because obviously Hot Toys will see that and go, oh well, we just won't do these one-offs, and that's a shame because people keep saying they want the one-offs.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's another good point. But I'm still glad for those who wanted this that they actually went through and they delivered to those markets where people had those pre-orders, right? So, I mean, it sucks for those who wanted them in the Asian markets or in the Asia market that had this on pre-order and they ended up canceling. But it could have been a similar situation to the the Flash, the young Flash, was it, or that Sicarian?
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
young Barry.
They just
the
cancelled
young
them,
Barry,
didn't they?
Yeah, they just completely canceled altogether. So I mean, which is kind of telling, right? I mean, I don't know if that was a similar situation or if the numbers for that were even lower. Like, obviously, we'll never know unless we have an insider at Hot Toys. But I imagine just based on that, comparing this to that, I imagine there was still a decent amount of pre-orders for this that Hot Toys was still willing to push it out. Or maybe they were about the same amount, but for whatever reason, Hot Toys is like, you know what, go ahead and. I mean, it's up to them, right? It's their company, so they can make those decisions. We just won't know what it's based on, but either way, it's glad to see it still come through. And those of you who are looking forward to this, were able to get this one. But let me address the chat here before going to the next one. S-Beam. Oh, okay, he's mentioned the music. Yeah, let me know if the music is too loud. I turned it down another notch here, but yeah, apologies if it is. Let me know, and I can turn it even lower. I put it usually the same volume that I have it, but yeah, I don't know. It might be the music just fluctuating there. So yeah, no, let me know for sure. Don't want to. You guys can hear us. Big Rib's like, nah, I wouldn't get this Wednesday even on a Friday. Yeah, not even on a Friday the 13th. Yeah, he's a passer in basically. Wednesday ready for Halloween. Yep, always, man, always. Let's see. Commander Green, yeah, I agree. The value of the accessories makes the figure worth it, right? Yeah, man. That. Like I mentioned, that alone was seemed to be the selling point for me at least, and I was just again. Yeah, and then the scarcity too now, because I think going back to what we were touching on about one-offs and putting the numbers on some of them. I don't like trying to create FOMO or anything, but again, just providing news for people to consider, because this is probably one of those ones that have low numbers. It might be hard to come by in the future. So I don't know, unless they do another Wednesday for season 2. Obviously Hot Toys has been known to do that for certain season update figures and give us 2.0s or just better versions. So that could be a possibility, but I don't know.
I could see Hot Toys bringing this back as an exclusive at an event and having an Artisan version.
Yeah,
that'd be hilarious.
Season 2.
Yeah, just to do that, because you could give everything else exactly the same, but just give it Artisan and make it exclusive. It'll sell.
That is true. That is a good point.
Yeah, they could put her in her that dress that she was in when she was doing that dance in the first season.
Oh yeah,
like that. That one,
right, yeah. Was her hair was tied up, wasn't it, or no?
Yeah, it was different. It was a little bit different. Yeah.
Okay. I think she had like tied up in a bun or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's actually an interesting. A good.
And I don't know if she has any other outfits. I haven't watched season 2 yet, so I don't know if she has any other outfits other than that. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hot Toys hasn't done anything with. It's all just been like hair kind of loose and or down, right? So yeah, it's. I guess if you want to count Jack Sparrow, where he had his and I mean it was still in dreads. It was still like braided up. So, but nothing in kind of tied up or done up or anything like that.
Yeah,
I can imagine that'd be hard to do, right? Yeah, a lot more work involved in that one. That would be cool though if someone did like an Artisan, either in art or Hot Toys Artisan, but actually like had it kind of styled or something.
Yeah, I'm sure once Bob Dylan gets this, he's gonna have it rooted right away.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll see what whoever he has. How it's gonna look, and that can give you a taste of what's to come.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
But yeah. No, I mean, either way, representation of this for those of you who wanted it. We'll see. I guess time will tell if we actually get another version of this. But I don't know. Like, it seems like so far the signs point to. But the chances are probably slim, just because of the low numbers on this one. It seems like I don't know what those numbers were, but
yeah. I hope it doesn't deter them. I hope it doesn't deter them from making one-offs, because some one-offs work, some don't. So I mean, you really take a gamble on those, like the Predator. They're sort of one-offs. I know they did the Jungle Predator first, and then probably a couple after that, but that's kind of niche as well. So Him, Alien.
And,
Alien's a one-off. RoboCop. You know.
RoboCop. You think those are one-offs? Because they made multiple of those versions of Xenomorphs and RoboCop. Would you call those one-offs?
Yeah. Yeah, sort of. I mean, they've made a couple of RoboCops, but that's. Yeah. I mean, it's sort of the same character. You know what I mean? Same molds.
I would think like like this for sure. The X-Strike Black Panther, that one I say that was.
Oh, that's that's a one-off. Yeah.
Yeah, like they haven't. Which I got, by the way, because I personally thought it looked badass and it was cool and like it semi transforms, and it just looks really awesome, man. So yeah, I picked that up.
I still wouldn't mind that one actually.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. I like it. I personally. But yeah, you're right. It's one of those things, right? Like a lot of collectors say they want different things, and we always touch on this on our streams, right? It's just like it's tough because we it doesn't always work or appeal to a bigger audience or a bigger group, and so if it doesn't sell well, then that kind of I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if Hot Toys takes that into consideration. Like, okay, damn, well, do we down this line, or should we take more risky choices or make more risky decisions on characters? I mean, they have the money, so like I know we say when they do the Iron Mans, the Batmans, the Jokers, the Spider-Mans, things like that, they know will sell. That hopefully allows them, it brings them the income to do these types, take gambles and take these risks. And if it doesn't sell well, they're able to make it up in other places. So I don't know. I don't run. Obviously, I don't work for Hot Toys, so I don't know what their thought process is. But typically, that's usually set that up right. Just like obviously make enough money to where you can. If you end up taking an L on something on a one-off, then you're not too much in a deficit there, or if at all.
Yeah, you could pick it up somewhere else. Anything Marvel. I mean, you could really just make anything Marvel. Iron Man, Spider-Man.
Yep.
They do that every. Yeah, Vader's. Yep, easily.
Yep. All right. Anyone else got any more thoughts on Wednesday here?
I put a bunch of points on her. I still think 340 or something like that is a little steep, but I put points on her when she was released, so I'll be picking her up. I like the accessories. I love the accessories. They're fantastic.
Yeah, man. It might be one like we hit up like Toy Anxiety or Monkey Depot or the other similar websites where they sell the pieces separately, or eBay or Facebook Market, where they kind of piece out those separate out those pieces and put them up for sale. I might have to look at either maybe a couple of things, have them running around. That'd be cool. Just have part of my Halloween display, horror display. Just have a couple of like loose hands displayed.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Right? Yep. Yeah, you can just have them throughout the house too. I'm sure someone on Etsy has them too. That just occurred to me now. I'm sure like someone 3D prints just like different things in various poses and different gestures, and you can buy a pack of them or something. I don't know. That would be just pretty cool to look. I'm curious now. I
might have to look into that now.
Right? Yeah. Yep. Let me know if you find something before I do, Viking.
Yeah, get in there early, man.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm just sharing that idea to everybody already. There you go. You're welcome. All right, let me address the chat here before we go on to the next one. So that was all the releases. We're going to come up on the announcements. No, I'm lying. I'm just lying to all to your faces here. We got one more release. My bad. We got one more awesome release here. So before we go into that, let me address the chat here. We got Figure Fight Club in the house. Abi, my man, what is going on? Jumping to say what's up. Thank you for stopping by and just saying what's up, man. If you guys don't know, Figure Fight Club usually focus on smaller scales, but there's a couple of them that do larger scales as well, 6 scale, but he has like open mic night every Tuesday. I was able to go on there once so far, so I'm hoping to make it up again, but every Tuesday, check out his channel, Figure Fight Club. Great group of people over there. So thanks for coming by. I'll be saying what's up. And he has other streams as well going on throughout the week. Yeah, like Decepticast, like Transformer Focus, and obviously it's like smaller scales in that sense. And he does a stream on Friday nights as well. So yeah, he has a network basically. So go check it out and see if that's something you're interested in. But appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. All right. Hope you have a good weekend, by the way. Okay, next up, man, this one, another one that a lot of people were looking forward to, myself included. We have the General himself. Where is he at? We got General Grievous in the house from Revenge of the Sith, announced July of last year. This was announced July of last year. So there's a collector and a special edition. Both are $370 USD. And I believe both were waitlisted on Sideshow. Last I looked, you guys can confirm that's correct.
Yep.
Okay, thanks. So standing at 16 and a half inches, so just a little over that, so 42 centimeters. I didn't talk about the announcement on this one, so I'll go over some of the details on this one, and I just realized I don't have photo for this one on all his accessories, but I'll pull it up here in a minute. So rolling eyes, head sculpt with rolling eyes, which is awesome, right? Because he's like what would you call him, like an cyborg, an android. He was part not human, but he was alive at one point. He's not all robotic, right?
Yeah, he's half bionic, half biological. So yeah,
and that's
he's
like,
an alien of some kind. Yeah.
Cyborg, is that right? Where you have like part
cyborg? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, part robotics and part like organic. I think it's cyborg, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, I'm still looking at accessory. Oh, here we go. All right, switching over. Okay, so the special edition shown here comes with the coin. I know there was a period where Sideshow was doing that with their as a special edition with their Star Wars figures. They were throwing in coins, so there's quite a few of them actually. So this was one of them here. So that's what the special edition is, and that's the only thing that came with the special edition. If you got that one, splittable arms. So of course, we've a lot of us Star Wars fans seen the movies. We know he has his two arms, but then they split up into four, which you can do here. And I was wondering how they would approach that, but it seems like they connect with a magnetic function. There's like, I guess, magnets, and I don't know how well those hold up. I've only seen it in unboxing. I haven't seen any reviews yet, so you guys let me know after I go through this. But yeah, so that's magnetic, attachable through there, but you can obviously separate them. 2 sets of interchangeable battle damage arm parts, so he has that as well. 4 pieces of splittable hands, so I think he has 2 sets of hands, and then each of those pieces are splittable to obviously go along with his arms that split apart. His cape has a wire in it, so embedded wire. 4, so a total of 8, count them, 8 saber hilts. 4 of them are USB powered, and then 4 are just your standard non-powered, non-USB powered saber hilts. And then he has 2 static green blades, 1 dynamic green blade, and then 2 static blue blades, and then 1 dynamic motion woo-woo action blade. Then he has his electro staff with a pair of lightning effects and a blaster. And then he has this interesting base here, which I don't think I've seen for a Star Wars character. It's an octagon shape, but it's kind of more like a elongated type of base here. It's not like a traditional like stop sign shaped. It's interesting. I don't think
it's like they've given ones like those to like Thanos and
Venom's got it as well.
Smart Hulk. Venom, yeah.
Smart Hulk, okay. Which Venom was that the first Venom, the movie one?
Both of the movie ones have this base, I think.
Oh,
they're obviously different design on the top, but yeah, they've got it's that shape.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have none of those figures, so that's probably why I didn't know. Yeah, gotcha. But okay, so it sounds like they have used it before. Yeah, it's like just not that often though. Yeah, no, he comes with Grievous comes with that.
A big character.
Also, for sure. And then this was also just for reference. There was a special edition red coin that was only for the Asian market, I think, or Hong Kong. There was I don't know if it was at Hot Toy stores in China, but they had only there they were selling the special edition red coin. Whereas Sideshow had the gold coin there, so there's that. And then I also wanted to go through and show. So here, this is die-cast. This does have some die-cast metal components in the Hot Toy / Sideshow provided this photo here, which is awesome. I know some of you have seen this, but I wanted to revisit it because it doesn't seem like they've been doing this all too much. Especially recently there was another figure that just came out recently. Had some die-cast, but they didn't really show which parts had die-cast in it. So, but here, you can kind of see where Hot Toys is emphasizing which parts. And it seems like most of the joints, right? Like, so the elbows, you got pretty much throughout the legs here. These are all die-cast. All the red areas here are indicated indicating where there's going to be die cast in the neck, which is awesome, right? Because that was one of the big things I've heard with the sideshow Grievous, is it was all plastic, and there was a lot of people had issues with that. I didn't have it, but certain stories, right? I'm sure you guys can touch on that. With that here. But
my brother had it. He said it was very flimsy. The sideshow one.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I just heard a lot of horror stories. Speaking of, on this Grievous, so it's good to see that. Yeah, Hot Toys is learning from that. I'm like, okay, well, we gotta obviously step it up. We don't want to repeat that. And the feet too, you can kind of see down here. He has die cast in his feet. So, in general, typically when a description or a company puts in die cast and it mentions like die cast or parts, usually it kind of goes for at least the feet and then part of the joints, right? Because obviously those are the parts that move a lot. And so I kind of just I personally assume, like when a Hot Toys figure or any other figure mentions they have die cast parts, at the least I think this is what they're referring to. At a minimum, like the legs, because it's supporting the figure, right? So you'd want that to have most of the die cast be there. But here, it looks like it's all throughout the main core joints of his skeletal structure as well, so which is good to see. So yeah, again, this was shown in the announcement photo, and I just wanted to bring this up for who may have missed that and for reference as well. Any more experience on the sideshow Grievous and comparing it to this one, and just thoughts on this Grievous?
I'm glad Hot Toys, I'm glad Hot Toys made it, because I knew they were going to make him right. They were going to give him the metal joints, and just to support the body. Sideshow did, what they could, I guess. Maybe they didn't have the funds to put in some metal in the body to make it a little more sturdy. But yeah, I can't wait to get this guy because he's fantastic.
Yes, sir. Yeah, same. I got this one. This was one I for sure had to lock in because it's, again, the stories you hear about the sideshow one, and this is the first time Hot Toys has done this one, and I myself was kind of speculating like why sideshow did it, not Hot Toys, and maybe there's the conflict of like the licensing or the rights there on who can do Grievous or what. But I know they did. Theirs was the Clone Wars version, right? The Grievous, or the Attack of the Clones, or I forget which version. But
I think they did the same one.
Oh, was it Revenge of the Sith also?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah, I can remember. Yeah, let me know in the chat too if that's accurate, if it's the same, if it's also Revenge of the Sith or another version. But for some reason I thought it was a different version. But either way, yeah, Hot Toys is the first time doing it, and they seem to have done it justice, man. This, yeah, definitely looks good. The unboxing that I did see, I saw that they just took off the front of his mask, I guess you want to call it, or his helmet, and then like the it has rolling eyes, so like the pegs are just right there. It's like super convenient, right? You don't have to reach in underneath, like into the head and like move the eyes. You can just take off the mask, and I believe it's magnetic.
Nice.
And so yeah, you just turn around and bam, it's just the little joysticks right there to move the eyes around. So yeah, that's awesome. It just worked out for this figure to have that.
Hell yeah.
Really cool, man. Look at these. Yeah, it looks like he can pose well. Really cool poses on this. You got any thoughts on this, Viking?
Yeah, I mean it's great. One thing I didn't realize is how big it is. I never realized how tall Grievous was, because he always sort of hunches over. I didn't think he was that tall, but the fact that he's as big as he is actually quite crazy. So the fact that it's got die cast, it needs it for his size. Yeah. I'm also surprised as well that he actually comes with 4 lightsabers that light up. I know a lot of people aren't too happy with the lightsabers, but I know Hot Toys does sort of tend to keep some hidden sometimes with like certain. I know the Anakin had the Dooku lightsaber, didn't he? And that didn't come with a light up lightsaber. So the fact that this does come with 4 is good as well.
Yeah, no, I was surprised by that too, because like I said, I didn't discuss the announcement of this figure, and so when I was prepping for this, I was reading the description and I was like, oh damn, he actually comes with 4 USB powered lightsabers, which is, if you want to kind of cannibalize and use them for other figures or other Jedi or makeshift Jedi, it's like you have USB lightsabers there. You can mix and match.
Yeah,
You can give them a couple of USB powered ones and a couple of non-powered. So yeah, that's really cool. Like it's kind of like a little added value there in itself, I think personally.
Yeah, I think it's come out really well. I think just like everyone else, I think the only things that they could have done a little bit better on are the eyes and the front of the mask on the less battle damaged one. I know a lot of people have been commenting on the scratches on the forehead.
Yeah.
It's a bit too much, and the eyes aren't quite yellow enough. But I mean, as a whole, I think he looks really good.
Oh, okay, so I didn't catch that. So some collectors are saying that the scratches here.
Yeah,
on the
yeah. So those scratches, it's sort of got too much weathering around the scratches, and then the eyes. If you compare the eyes to the prototype, they look almost completely different, especially the color.
Yeah.
They were like a bright yellow.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I didn't even think to do that. I mean, because there's it's not a human head sculpt, so I didn't even think to compare.
Yeah, no. I mean, it doesn't change loads of it, but it is definitely different. I know a few people have mentioned that.
Yeah.
Okay, damn. Now I'm curious to see. So here's a good close up here of the head or the helmet mask.
Yeah, so they're like the eyes are more brown now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I see. Let me see if I can get a close up photo of from the prototype. Here we go.
I know people were hoping for Topo, or I think it's Topo to make new eyes or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. I can see it here. So here we are looking at the proto photos. Yeah, and the weathering, you can see the gashes for one in the proto don't seem as deep. You can see, and the weathering isn't as much. Here it's kind of a little more light weathering, and the gashes aren't deep. And then you're right. Yeah, his eyes are yellow here in the proto, and then we switch over to the final, and it looks like the gashes are deeper. They add a little more weathering. I think the weathering could have been done a little better.
Better, yeah.
Looks like the helmet just had he just got through eating chocolate cake and just started touching his scars for some reason. Yeah.
Yep, just kind of scratching. And,
yeah, scratching. And he's like, it's itchy. Oh crap! Sorry about that. All just blew your ears out. Yeah. And you're right. The eyes are a little more brown here. Damn. Okay. Wow. Thanks for pointing that out. I didn't even hear about that. Okay.
Yeah. No problem.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else got any more thoughts on General Grievous, man? Yeah, awesome looking figure, the overall, despite those differences.
I'm hoping they make the Tartakovsky, I think that was from the 2D animated show when he was in all white and
white, yeah.
Dude, that guy was a beast in that show, man. He was taking down Jedis left and right, and then I mean, spoiler alert, he came across Mace Windu, and then that sort of Mace kind of messed him up.
Yeah, Mace is badass too. Yeah, they need to bring him back.
Yep.
I know there's fan theories. That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be cool though. Yeah. Oh, speaking of variants and exclusive, I know you don't like exclusives or limited, but I know that I can see Hot Toys them doing, or Sideshow, that being a version. They can release this as a variant, the Clone Wars animated variant.
Refreeze or after?
Oh. Yeah, I can see them doing that. Be cool if they did it, so everybody can have that opportunity. But it just seems like there wouldn't be a bigger audience for that one. I'm thinking. I don't know. I could be wrong. But this photo is just showing how you can open the chest a little more, like Obi-Wan did in the. In this movie in episode 3, where he kind of pulled his chest open a little bit more, so he can kind of expose his insides here, his heart, right? I think his hearts were inside here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then he just ended up blasting him here in the chest, open chest. There's a photo of the box. That's it. Interesting. I don't think I've seen Hot Toys really do this. Show in their photos, show a picture of the box.
Right? Yeah.
That's
gonna be a big ass box too.
Oh yeah. Touching on what you guys mentioned about the height, we got We got Justin McFly in the house. What's up, Justin McFly? Thank you for coming through. Good, sir.
Yo.
Positive vibes. Yes, sir. Positive vibes. Right back at you. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. He's saying, didn't know Grievous was that tall, to what Viking was saying. Didn't realize he was taller than a Predator or Xenomorph. Yeah, and I think because we're just used to seeing him in, like Blue pointed out, or I think it was Viking also, like, he's usually hunched over, right? For whatever reason. I don't even know why that is. I'd even...
Well, because he's like, well, he's messed up, so that's why he's always coughing, because he's always crouched over now. Before, he was, he was standing up tall, and, if you watch that 2D animation, he was normal walking, and then, crawling around and stuff like that, but...
Oh, so is sickness actually, like...
I think so, yeah.
Oh, interesting. I don't know too much about his backstory. The only thing I learned recently that he was also like a mob boss in his I think before he was converted to a robot, right? When he was in the past, like it's here, Beam saying Grievous was Kalishi. I think it only one I've seen in live action, rest are in books. Okay, yeah, I just know from playing I'm a Fortnite player, and so when they had that Star Wars season, they had Grievous in there, and one of his alternative outfits was like him before. I guess he was what do we call him, a cyborg now? And so they kind of showed what he looked like, and then I read some of his backstory on there. That's the only reason why I know that, because Fortnite. So, and he had like a turban thing on his head, I think. And from what I was reading, he was some sort of like crime lord or something. I don't know.
Oh, nice,
I don't know
dude.
his backstory, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't have messed with him. That's for sure.
Yeah, he looked menacing though. But going to what you're all saying, he is really tall, and he kind of did that too in episode 3 when Obi-Wan was fighting him. I think after Obi-Wan punched him or something, and then you can just see like Grievous kind of do that thing where he just stands up and he towers over Obi, and Obi just like looked up at him because he stood up tall.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I kind of had an idea that he was going to be tall just based on that one scene. Yeah, no, you're right. Either way, you send him up all the way, completely straight, and it's one tall guy. So make sure you make room for him in your display. That's coming home. Or you can just keep him crouched over like he does in the movie and make him fit.
Yeah.
I wonder how low he can go though. Actually, now that how far down he can crouch down.
There should have been like fan accessories for the lightsabers, like almost full circles, like he's spinning them around. They should have done that, because he did that a lot.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that is true. We got Commander Green here confirming. Can always rely on Commander Green for the Star Wars trivia here. Star Wars facts. As far as I know, both are labeled Revenge of the Sith. Gotcha. Thanks, Commander Green. Maybe I'm just mistaken. I could have sworn I thought one was Clone Wars, but maybe I guess it's just me. I'm tripping. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
I don't think he. Well, I knew he wasn't in Attack of the Clones, so he would have shown up in Clone Wars.
Yeah, in the Clone Wars.
But then that 2D. Yeah. The 2D he was normal, and then animated the 3D animation show. Yeah, he would have been. I don't think he looked different.
No, I don't. Yeah, I think you're right. No, I think it was just all white. Yeah, I think from what I remember, I could be again misremembering, but it looked like he looked pretty similar to what he looks.
Yeah, just all white. Yeah, but in Clone Wars, he pretty much looked the same as in Revenge of the Sith.
Oh right, yeah. Commander Grievous saying, the Sideshow Grievous is not great, but mine was decent and was a good placeholder till this one shows up. Yeah, man. Yep. A time to upgrade.
Hell yeah.
And the fact that Grievous can fold down into his spider walking form is so
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Transformers, yeah. There was a photo of that, right? Yeah, that's awesome. It goes back to the question I was thinking of how low he can go. He can go down to the flow. That's how he can at least get that low. But where was that photo? Maybe I passed it. There was one where he was I thought he was crouching down here. Okay. And I'm just getting maybe it was in like the announcement photos.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way. But there you go. Valkyrie Magnus saying, I'm going to pose my new Grievous next to my Ultron with cape. Oh, that would be a good look. Have these two like kind of back to back.
That'd be cool. Hell yeah.
Going to battle. Or you can, I guess, have them fighting each other. Let's see. John saying that's metal Magnus, metal robots. I'll kill you. That's metal Magnus, metal robots. Grievous, Grievous was a hoarder. Yeah, it was of hilts. Yeah, and if you wanted to, you could. When Blue mentioned that, I was actually thinking if you, those of you who got the Star Killer, the Sith Stalker from Hot Toys, I know he came with a bunch of hilts as well. You can possibly find a way to give those to Grievous and have his collection of or add to his hoard of of hilts, as John puts it. Yeah, that'd be a good way to display him.
Oh
Yeah, he he and Watto were the collectors of the Star Wars universe. Yeah, they were. Chubabanaya. I think that's what he says, right? Watto. Yeah.
yeah. So.
Yeah,
Oh, you think you're a Jedi waving your hand around like that?
Yeah. Yeah. You will. Yeah, you will give me. Let's see here. Just McFly, have a great day, everyone. Positive vibes. My quick lunch break. Oh man, appreciate you coming through on your while you're working, man. Thanks for coming through. You have a great rest of the workday as well, man. Let's see here. Commander Green saying, I have Blue. I have a feeling we'll get at least one more version of a Grievous with all the R&D they put into us. Also, his speeder bike would be amazing too. Oh man, I can't imagine how huge that would be. That like circular.
That would be massive.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean,
to fit Grievous in, it would be huge.
Yeah, because he's already. I mean, yeah, he's tall. I know you can kind of hunch him down, but still, like I would think it'd probably, to get an idea, maybe be the size of Darth Maul's speeder, but just didn't add like another top half to it. I'm guessing it'd probably be around that. I don't know. What do you guys think? If they did do that,
I reckon that just a little bit bigger.
Right? Yeah, yeah. That would. But yeah, no. To Commander Green's point, yeah, I agree. I mean, they spent this time and money into this figure. It would make sense for them to, of course, you know, as any toy manufacturer would, like kind of reuse what they can and make some more money out of the R&D that went into it. So yeah, I mean, that's a little more kind of higher probability that they could do a all white Grievous or some other, maybe another one in branded Clone Wars or something. I don't know. It kind of makes it up somehow. Yeah.
See what other accessories he'd come with.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, get other accessories. Yeah. John's confirming. Yeah, they touch on that mob connections in the comics. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had no idea. Thanks for confirming, John, on that.
Oh yeah, I'll have to look that up. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was great. Again, the only reason I know is because of Fortnite. Yeah, thanks Fortnite. I was kind of surprised how deep they went into season. Like kind of off topic there in Fortnite, but it was cool. That season was fun, man. I really enjoyed playing that. How low can you go? Yeah, it says Commander Green all the way to the float. Yeah. And then another thing, I mentioned this when I was going through what he came with, but interchangeable parts. But here's a photo just to confirm here what he comes with, where his arms are chopped off. I think this is when, again, same battle with Obi, right? Obi kind of cuts off each of his lower arms, his appendages, or his hands, I should say.
Yep.
That's cool that it comes with that. And then you add in his battle damage mask here. So options, man. You guys know me. I'm always saying options are good. It's awesome that these collectors get these options. And this is, again, something that Hot Toys could have, speaking of variants, they could have gave us just like a whole clean Grievous. And then if they wanted to, they could have made the variant the battle damage, right? They could have had this other exclusive or limited or just another version of Grievous with his arms cut off and this battle damage head sculpt. That could have been a separate piece, but they included it here, which is awesome. So I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that they did that and they included that in here.
Yeah, you can swap them out. That's cool. Because I don't know if I would have bought two Grievouses, one clean, one battle damage. Because he was kind of spendy and he's freaking huge. So I think if I do get another one, he would be the all white one from the 2D Clone Wars.
Also, that would be your vote if Hot Toys were to do another Grievous, you'd prefer them to do all white.
Yeah, definitely.
No, yeah, that makes sense. That makes them different enough, right? To where, at least like in the color scheme, I mean, it's pretty much the same. Obviously, the same character, but change it up enough to where it seems like, okay, you have different looks altogether.
Yeah. And we need a Ki Mundi and a Shock T to go with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More Jedi. Bring more
Jedi. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Anyone else got any more thoughts on General Grievous here? Been a good amount of time, but for good reason on the General Kenobi.
No, it looks very good.
Mm-hmm.
Right, here we
Oh,
are, sticking with Star Wars, but now going from releases to announcements. First up, man, a lot of talk on this one, a lot of debates, some controversy, I might say, but this is the Hot Toys Artisan Darth Vader Mustafar version, aka Anakin. Yeah, boo. Yeah, where's that? This is here. This is on behalf of Blue. Where's it at? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. All right, we'll let him share his thoughts here. Let me go over through some of the details here. So this was announced, I believe this was last week here. So 430 USD. Again, we're talking about the Artisan Sideshow exclusive. So it's another one that's exclusive to Sideshow only. It's not a Hot Toys exclusive. It's a Sideshow exclusive. So Sideshow's apparently the only one that's going to be that is going to be carrying this outside of obviously resellers who are buying it up from them and then reselling it. I'm not sure when the release is on this one. I had missed it because it's already waitlisted, unfortunately. So shout out for those who weren't able to grab it. Sorry, I know some of you who wanted to get this one who missed out on the first two. We'll compare, by the way, on those other ones. But yeah, sorry to say this is already waitlisted. But yeah, I didn't have a release date, so I imagine it's pretty soon. But you guys let me know if you're able to catch that. For some reason, I noticed on Sideshow when a figure goes waitlist, the window they have, the estimated release date is no longer there, but I'm guessing that's because it's probably going to be released pretty soon. So I don't know. I don't know if that's with certain figures or with all figures. So I don't know. It's gonna. I'm guessing.
I think
it seems to be
weird.
with more recent. It's all of them, isn't it? Now it's just when it goes waitlist, it removes the date off of it.
Yeah, right. That's I kind of know that too. That seems to be the case. It seems like right.
I'll grab my other.
Date on it. All right, so standing at just over 12 inches, 31 centimeters, 30 points of articulation, so pretty well articulated in this one. Let's see here. We're sort of taking a look at the accessories. He has one interchangeable Mechno right arm, and again, it's obviously accurate to the movie there. He's gonna have his. So I bring this up to kind of for a comparison to the other one. So he's gonna have a brown Jedi robe with a wire. It's gonna have a wire. Leather-like, unfortunately, they're still doing leather-like tabards on this Anakin. Leather-like boots, and of course you can kind of see some of his other brown pants. And again, we're going to compare that to the other. I mentioned that again because we're going to compare that to some of the other figures here, but the other colors throughout this figure. USB powered hilt, non-powered, and a non-powered hilt, two blades, the typical Jedi accessories, right? The static and the dynamic blades that go with those hilts. This one comes with, let me see, am I reading this right? Go back. Red, yeah, so just the red lightsaber. Why did I have blue on here? Maybe I pasted different, but yeah, so apparently we'll go back and check while you guys are getting your thoughts. But yeah, red lightsaber, and of course the wool Artisan hair. He will have this LED light up base here where the lava effects, and he's throwing that little droid, so the eyes light up here. Blue, so we'll have a pulsing red light within the lava, within the fire here, which is kind of awesome. I think this is, from what I understand, a reuse of the previous Anakin, one of the previous Anakins. Is that right? You guys let me know.
Yeah,
on
the first Dark Side they didn't they have that had that base? Pretty well, it's either exactly the same or very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't get a chance to go back and compare to that one with that. But yeah, I did hear. Yeah, let me know in the chat. I think this might be reused from a previous Anakin. So, but this droid, we're talking about the base here with the light up function.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Yeah, make sure I got it. And that is battery powered from what I read in the description. Again, I'll go back and double check, but I believe that's battery powered.
Oh, that's lame.
Not USB, so that's even more kind of more to show that it's most likely reuse if it's battery powered and not USB. So that's kind of telling there.
Lazy ass out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. I think, yeah, we'll get some slides where I compare this to the previous Artisans and then what those came with, and I'll see if we can find out the differences here. But I'll turn it over to you guys. You guys have any thoughts on this? I know Blue, you have some stuff to say, so I guess I'll turn it over to you first. Any thoughts on this, Anakin? Go for it.
The picture on the right looks better. The one on the left looks like he just woke up or some shit. The hair looks a little weird. um, in terms of a figure, I think it looks really good. I don't have a dark side Anakin yet. I wanted to get him. I hate that it's limited. I know because it is Artisan, it is limited. But for this one, they didn't seem to make that many. So they made drastically low numbers, maybe 2,000, 2,500 or something like that. I think they did about that limited. So that was stupid. But as a figure, I think it looks good. It should all be USB and not battery powered or button cell or anything like that. Like I said, lazy ass Hot Toys. They could have made a different base. I mean, they can redo Maul Speeder USB. They can redo Batman's Armory USB. They can't do that lava base USB. Why the hell not? Like, yeah, yeah. And still, like, no leather. Like, why isn't there leather? And it just, Artisan.
Real quick, to confirm, I did. It is battery powered. I just looked and double checked the description, and he does come with the blue lightsaber as well. So, there's photos here. Obviously, he has both. So just, go ahead.
I think he's got exchangeable eyes too. I think on the other one, right? You can change the eyes out.
Sculpted, he does. I don't think he does on this one. I don't remember. Yeah, it didn't say in the description. So it's.
Oh, well, what the hell is up with that? They should have given him the same thing as the sculpted version. That's kind of ridiculous.
Yep.
Hot Toys is funky, man. They just make weird ass decisions. He should have come with the same stuff. I don't get it. Maybe not the base, or I don't know. What did the other one come with? What did the sculpted? Did that one come with the base as well, or no?
Yeah, that one came with the base as well.
Oh, it did? Oh, what the hell? That's just weird to me. All right, whatever. Yeah, Hot Twins.
Yeah, I'll touch on that here. I'll add my thoughts on that. But before I do, I don't want to take any. I want to leave some meat on the bone for Viking. Any thoughts on this, Viking?
Yeah, so I've been wanting an Anakin for a long time, and I'd missed out on both the more recent Artisans. I did get the sculpted, so I didn't go for this one in the end. But I am glad that they've made this in a way, because I know there are some collectors that did really want the Japan version. So at least with this, that they've got the chart. If you wanted an Artisan, you can now get an Artisan, hopefully. And there's been enough Anakins now that, especially the episode 3 version, which I know is a lot of people's favorites. If you've wanted one, you've got an Anakin now. No matter what, you've got one. I do think that this could have had a bit more compared to the sculpted version. This is lacking on a lot. Like as we said, you don't have the swappable eyes. I personally think the newer base for the sculpted is pretty much what this one is, but more updated. You get like a separate lava platform. You get the whole droid, not just part of the droid in the lava. So the base is newer, better in my opinion, but it's not light up, so you don't have that. But then that one doesn't have things like the robe for some reason, or the swap out arm like this one does. So it does seem like they've held certain bits back so to make you want to buy this one as well. But I do think, personally, I think the sculpted is better, especially as we said earlier, the sculpted hair that Hot Toys is doing now is just so good that sometimes you can't even tell the difference.
No, exactly. Another case, like you were just saying, were sculpted. Hot Toys, at least in the prototype, did a great job with the hair. And so yeah, just a reference. I went back and I just pulled up the. Here's the Anakin sculpted and what this one comes with. So yeah,
it also comes with 2 bases.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, the standard. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, it does. Even though I just covered this already, but yeah, the standard rectangular sand base.
They can keep that one.
Yeah, and the droid base. This droid base here was what Viking was touching on. With the droid has articulated arms too, but it's not light up like he mentioned. So yeah, that's a difference there. But yeah, man, look how tall it is. So yeah, interchangeable eyes as well with this one. Hair looks great. We discussed this already back in the previous Hot Talk, and I'll put that in the description below. I forgot to add that, but yeah, we would. But still, just kind of quick comparison here to go back. And yeah, I agree with what you were saying, Blue. It doesn't make sense. I mean, all that stuff was there. You would think it would. Again, I know we tell ourselves it makes sense to do this. Why wouldn't Hot Toys do that? But obviously, they keep proving us wrong. So, I can give them kudos on one figure. There's we can be giving them kudos for one figure. On the next, we can give them shit. And I think this is another one where, yeah, I give them kudos for Grievous. I give them kudos for the Anakin that we just looked at. But this one, yeah, still no leather. Yeah, the base is light up, but it takes batteries. They didn't give you the interchangeable eyes. So I mean, I think at the least they could have done that and just so maybe I don't know. I don't know what goes into their thinking and just obviously it seems like they want to get you to go with every iteration. And this is exactly what I was talking about, what they could have done with Grievous, right? So it sucks because, again, going back to that Grievous, it's awesome they threw in those options in there. But like I was saying, if they wanted to, if they really wanted to go for your wallets, they could have did 2 separate versions, a full clean, a full battle damage. But they did on that one. But here with Anakin, John saying here, about time they made an Anakin. Yeah, you get another Anakin. Each one has just something different from the previous one. And so, yeah, it's we kind of see both sides of the coin with Hot Toys, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. Either way, shout out to all those who were able to get this one, who missed out on the previous 2. I know those went quick. This one as well. So hopefully you guys were able to get one, but now we have 3 different Artisan versions of Anakin / Darth Vader on this. So hopefully you were able to get one of those. And I think Commander Green here saying, I missed out on the first Artisan Anakin, and the Japan exclusive resales were way too pricey, so I'm happy. Yeah, man. So again, you're one of the ones I'm referring to. Shout out, congrats to you for picking this up, and anyone else who was able to get it. And again, sorry for those who missed out on this one as well. And hopefully they're not too crazy on the aftermarket. You're able to pick up at least one of those 3 Artisans there. But yeah, in my opinion, I agree with you guys. For me, the sculpted does look better, man. Like the hair on there, and it's just, I mentioned this in the previous Hot Talk when we talked about this. But yeah, it's hard to get the Artisan hair to look like the sculpted that they did for the sculpted. It's really tough. Here, let me switch over real quick. Yeah. So I'm sculpted all day for that reason. But again, I know Artisan still has its fans, so it's completely understandable. I get that. But it's hard to get the hair to look like this, I think.
Just like you said earlier, isn't it? Options. Just give everyone options. Not everyone wants the Artisan, but some do. So, but then some people want sculpted. So as long as everyone can get what they want, I think that's the best way to do it, personally.
Yep, well said, man. Well said. Good point. Yeah, that is definitely true. Now we got plenty of options with Anakin for sure. Let's see here. Let me go back to the chat. We got Striker 47 in the house. What's up, Striker 47? Thank you for coming through. PO Anakin immediately, and also bought my wired rope, so I'm good with what I have. But I think this teaches people to not go quickly buying on secondary market. Yeah, and that was another thing. I know that sucks. Those of you who did that and paid big money for that, and it sucks, but the way I look at it is we all have that one figure that we pay big money, or that we're willing to pay big money for, right? And as long as you're happy with it and you have it, and it brings you that joy and that it's just like that feeling like, yes, I finally got it. I mean, yeah, it kind of stings if they there's another version, but Hot Toys has done this before. I know they have a record of this, and so it's always a gamble no matter what. Like either we get a figure in hopes that Hot Toys won't make another one, but the way it's been going, it doesn't seem like that's the case. So you know, you never can tell, right? Like I've mentioned this multiple times. It's like if we had a figure almanac, kind of reference into Back to the Future and the sports almanac, right? If we had a figure almanac that lists every figure, when it's going to come out, how much it's going to be, you know, we would have more money, we would have less figures because we would just wait for the one we want. But unfortunately, you know, we don't have that, so we kind of have to just make our best judgment and go with our gut. And regardless, I think, you know, if you have a figure and you enjoy it, just enjoy it, man. Just, I mean, there's always going to be possibly something better along the way, but we don't know when that's going to be. So just enjoy it with the time. So, I mean, yeah, it sucks, but it's always a possibility, right? So it's just how it is, man. That's just how the game is. You guys want to add anything to that on that point?
Yeah, what you were just saying, if you're willing to spend that amount of money, obviously the character means that much to you, so you're not missing out because you spent that on something that you really wanted. It does suck that they then go and release it again, but it's not like you're wasting your money because you've got something you wanted.
Yeah. I kind of see it to like, the analogy I use to is like when you go on a vacation, or you go on like an expensive vacation, or just on a trip, you know, you're not thinking about how much money you spent or you are spending on that trip. Hopefully you're just enjoying the trip that you're on, whatever, with family, friends, or that moment, right? And then it just has those memories that you created while you're on that trip. You're not thinking about afterwards, like, damn, you're not regretting. Well, hopefully you're not regretting, I should say. I don't know, some people are, but I would think you're in there, you're enjoying the moment, and you're having fun with where you're at, right, in that moment in time. So not too many people are thinking back like, damn, I don't know why I spent that much money on that trip or whatever. So I kind of take it to the same thing, right? Like, again, to what Viking was touching on. If you have a figure and you're enjoying, you're having fun, then that's what matters. You consciously made that decision to buy that figure with however much it is. It just, I mean, you can't really go back unless you try to resell it and you take it for a loss. But either way, just enjoy it. I mean, if it brings you joy, just take it as that and do what you can with it, man. Just enjoy. Yeah, like I said, just a hobby. Enjoy what you can with it. Were you gonna say something, Blue?
Collect what you love, man. Don't
Exactly.
don't get FOMO'd into anything. Just, you know, if you have an attachment to it and you have the means, you know, go for it and enjoy it. Because, I mean, why buy it if you don't enjoy it? If you don't like it, you know, don't buy it. It's your money's saved. But, you know, if you're in this collecting game and you these figures, you know, bring you some joy, you know, get it. And shout out to this beautiful community. I was late to the game on this guy because I was just getting done with work in the morning, and I'm like, oh shit, Anakin! So I tried to jump on, and I was at a high number. And shout out to Mario. He helped me get this figure. So you're awesome, dude.
Yeah, and of course, like Blue mentioned, you know, collect within your means. Of course, you know, be responsible, and you know, if you have it in your budget, then by all means.
But
yeah, just be smart about it for sure. That kind of goes without saying.
Yeah, don't really go broke buying these. you know, budget and stuff.
Yeah.
Payment plans are nice. That's what I usually do. I do payment plans, and because I buy multiple figures, and you know, I can, you know, you can push payments and stuff like that. And so that like truly helps. So.
All right, let's see here. Let me address the chat here real quick. Let's see. Commander Green saying the thing that's crazy is that when I started collecting in early 2019, I never could have imagined we would have all of the Clone Wars and prequel figures we have now. Dreams come true. Yeah, fairy tales can come. Yeah, for sure, man. You're just eating it up, man. You're just eating it up. You and other fellow Star Wars fans. So yeah, that's awesome to see. Again, options, man. We just have those options and all these Anakins now, where we only had a few before. We got Figurecraft in the house. Philly, what's up, man? Fellas, what's going on?
Yo.
What's good? Figurecraft, thank you for coming through. Let's see here. It's John's adding, it's the golden age of figure collecting, hands down. Oh man, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. We're all eating good. All right. So before we go on to the next one, or actually, I know Viking, you want to see you have to head out shortly, but you want to look at some comparisons real quick, or do you want to just jump on?
Yeah, no, we can do comparisons quick. That's fine.
Okay, Yeah, let me see if we can go through these. So, this is similar to the last when I discussed the Anakin, the Artisan, or sorry, the sculpted Anakin. I put a similar photo up. All I did here was just replace the far right photo here with this new Artisan. So these are the previous, all three Artisan Anakins that have been, or slash Darth Vaders that have been released slash announced so far. So the two on the left have already been released. So we have the DX34 Artisan from Revenge of the Sith. And that's like the light slash good side Anakin. Here in the middle, we have the DX47 AE, Darth Vader Sith Apprentice. And this was branded Star Wars. This was the Star Wars Celebration exclusive here. And then the one on the right is the latest release, or sorry, the latest announcement. Darth Vader, the Mustafar version from Revenge of the Sith as well. So 2 Revenge of the Sith, and then 1 General Star Wars. And the sculpted Anakin was also Revenge of the Sith. So we got quite a few there from Revenge of the Sith. But you guys, Viking, you got any thoughts on looking at these 3 here, comparing them?
Yeah, I think that, me personally, I think that the dark side one, the Sith Apprentice and the Mustafar, looks more like what Hayden looks like in Ahsoka, and just like what that Sith Apprentice was. He looks a lot older in these new. So even the sculpted one, I still think that one looks very much more like how he did in Ahsoka. It just looks older, whereas the first one that they did, you can quite clearly tell that's when he's younger, much younger. None of them are bad. They're all really, really good. But there is definitely I would say, an age difference with these sculpts.
Lou, any thoughts on that one? Do you agree, or you got some different thoughts?
Oh yeah, I agree. Although it looks like the Sith Apprentice and this new one have the same head sculpt, the same mouth open and everything.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, right?
Yeah. But I have the first Artisan Anakin.
Okay.
He's really good. I don't think he looks like that. I think that's a weird photo of that. But yeah.
That is a blogger photo. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the 2 here on the left, these are blogger photos, and then obviously the one here on the right is announcement prototype.
Yeah, bloggers.
Yeah, I know that was another point of contention too with the first Anakin. Like, some people were saying it was good in hand, and others, it was a little divisive there on that first.
Yeah, those bloggers, man, they did not help that figure at all, dude. It was bad. It was bad, but in hand, it was great. It's great. Yeah, flawless, in my opinion.
Yeah, he does look young here though, right? On the far left, that's what you're saying, Viking. On the far, the Anakin, the light side younger there?
Yeah, the first one, the light side version. Yeah, he looks young. He looks how he did in Revenge of the Sith, I think. Whereas the other ones, it just screams Ahsoka. That one, when he's on that bridge, and his eyes are changing. That's exactly the face he's pulling, I would say.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from this blogger photo here, but here his eyes look more in the middle one. This Sith Apprentice one, his eyes have more like orangish.
Yeah.
Tint to him, whereas like here this Mustafar, he has the more yellow eyes there. I don't know, is that the case, or is that you guys think that's just a lighting?
No, the new one definitely has lighter eyes. They've got the yellow eyes from.
Yeah.
So I guess that's one of the differences too, because I think some people were that's one of the criticisms they had, right? Like his eyes weren't yellow enough in this the Sith Apprentice one.
Yeah. Because in the show they were more red, in the Ahsoka show. So. Yeah.
Yeah, because here, let me go back to real quick. Let me switch over to the sculpted. Yeah, his eyes are more yellow here as well. Here, they're lighter. Yeah, see, you can tell here, at least in the prototype. So it seems like the eyes that they use for this are the same ones they use for this Mustafar version. Let me switch back here. Yeah, so maybe those are the same eyes there, at least those. So but yeah, in all 3 cases, in my opinion, I don't think the hair looks as good as the sculpted one. You would really have to be like really good at styling hair. To look like that.
Yeah, definitely. If you're good at styling hair, when you get this Artisan in, then you could definitely make it look like that. But not everybody can do that.
Right.
Right.
But if they wanted to get into the rooted weave game, they should have been able to get some good stylists to style them some of the bitches they get enough hairspray or whatever in there to hold it. You know, I mean, they if they want to do this, they need to style it. They can't just put it on and call it good. So.
And that's tough, yeah. I know, like it's going to be more time consuming. So I wonder if they actually did that, if that would translate, if that would then carry over to prices for the consumer. Not sure on that one. Again, it kind of goes back to what I was mentioning about like putting if Hot Toys or NR did like some figure that had like their hair done up, like kind of either in a bun or whatever, tied up. If that would kind of then increase in labor or time would then carry to the collector. I'm not sure. That'd be interesting though to see, because well, I mean, I hope it wouldn't, but I hope it wouldn't carry it, but I'm thinking it would. We got Figure Craft here saying, I got so sick of this Anakin gate I canceled my Artisan and PO'd the new sculpted one, with which I personally like better. Yeah, man, you're not alone in that one. I've heard other collectors say something similar. They were gonna sell their Artisans to get the sculpted. Either I don't know if all of the Artisan they had to get the sculpted. So you're not the only one on that, which is again
a lot of people are
good. Yeah, right. Yeah, which goes back to what I was saying earlier. If any of you missed out on the Artisan and you're looking for one, now may be a good time. You know, just kind of take a look around, shop smart, shop smart.
Yeah, there's tons of them out there now. Everybody's selling them. So
yeah. He's also adding a figure craft that Topo recent head sculpt looks a bit off, but the hair rooting and style is perfect. Yeah, I kind of glanced at that. I need to go back and take a look and see if it's. I think I'm still good with the sculpted either way. But yeah, if you're interested, for those of you collectors, there's Topo look like they're doing a third-party unlicensed version of this. You want to call them like Sith Apprentice. We'll just call them that. I don't want to call them Darth Vader.
Yeah. There's another company doing a young Anakin too.
Really?
he looks like Bill Pullman's son from
from Thunderbolts.
Yeah, Thunderbolt. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like him. It didn't even look like Hayden Christensen at all. it was weird as hell.
I think I've seen that. Was that on Kit or was it?
Yeah, that's on Kit. Yep.
Okay.
He posted it on Facebook.
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. Maybe that's the one I saw, and I thought it was the one that.
It was like Toopy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Toopy.
Yeah. That was similar to supposed to be like a brand of Topo or what? Yeah, I don't know.
Goofy as ass, dude. It was not
that
good.
Did look funny. I did see that one. And then here, like I was mentioning earlier, to compare like the outfits real quick. Far left, we have the Anakin, the light side Anakin from Revenge of the Sith. Here in the middle, Darth Vader, Sith Apprentice, and then on the far right, we have the Mustafar version here. And this photo, he doesn't have his robe, but I believe all three versions, they do have a robe. But to kind of give you a comparison of the overall look in his clothing, I think the one on the right, the Mustafar version, has a little more burgundy in his pants. I mean, it says brown, but it looks like slight variations of brown throughout. The tabards look to be the same. Yeah, I'm kind of just eyeballing it here, but they're pretty close. They're pretty close. Again, all leather-like tabards, no leather in any of these Artisans. So make note.
That'll be the 3.0.
Yeah, right? You ain't lying, yeah. You ain't.
Probably a 3 and 4, and
Yeah. Yep. Another Revenge of the Sith. Yeah. Sith. I don't know what else. I mean, it seems like they use all the naming conventions already. Sith Vader, Sith Apprentice, Mustafar. I guess a legit 2.0 because they haven't actually labeled anything 2.0 yet, right? So maybe that could come in that.
Yeah, that'll be it. It'll be the official 2.0 with leather.
Yeah, with the USB. So that one they would probably have the same base, right? We saw was battery powered, if that is the same one that we used, but didn't just have that USB. And so yeah, that could be it.
Yep.
That could be it. I doubt this is the last Anakin we'll see as collectors from Hot Toys, so just keep that in mind also. Speaking of 2.0s.
He sells too well.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on this Viking here?
No, I'm happy that we're getting Anakin, and we've got enough now. I feel like we can be set for some time. We don't need any more Anakins now.
Right. Yeah.
You say that, but they'll probably have another one next year. Right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
they still got the one on the table too. They still got the
Oh
he's
yeah.
in the Darth Vader suit, and he's got
Yeah.
the burnt head, and yeah.
And then lastly here, comparing. So I'm just comparing, well, because I couldn't put everything on one slide, but here we're looking at the accessories that came with the light side Anakin, the first Artisan light side Anakin, and then the Darth Vader Sith Apprentice, the Japan exclusive here on the right. So I'm just showing these two for now, and I can kind of swap back for the Mustafar version. But yeah, just again, for those of you who are eyeballing, comparing the three versions, and you don't have any, and you're trying to look at which one to get here, they both come with the interchangeable right arm. Actually, all three of them, it looks like, right? So even the newer one has the right arm. So they all have that. The bases are different. You see here on the light side version, the base has like a more circular, kind of like cog wheel type of base look. And then here, the Japan exclusive has like this kind of half circular, I don't even know what that is. Kind of like half circular, like type of situation here with the Empire logo on it, right? On the front. Yeah, this is interesting.
Is that considered a diorama, or is that something
I
else?
don't know. Probably like a themed base, I think is maybe what they call it.
Themed base? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, some sort of backdrop.
Yeah. Yeah, and then let me swap over real quick again just to show you the accessories with this one. Same interchangeable Mechno right arm, both blue and red sabers, and then again, the base is different here. This base that they reused, pretty sure they reused the light up function with the droid and the lava, so that's different. So that I think that's the only thing that is different here. And the eyes too, if you want to count the eyes, but the base is different compared to the other version. So I think looking at that, except there might be some minor differences, well, with aesthetically, but I think that's the main part of it, is the bases there. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Any other thoughts on this, on Anakin?
No.
All right.
No.
Viking, I know it's late for you, so I appreciate you, man. Thank you again for joining. First time. Appreciate it. Hopefully it's not your last. You're always welcome back, man.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
I know
Thank you for having me.
Schedules again. You're in you're in the UK, right?
Yeah, I'm in the UK. So
Yeah,
it's
so,
getting late here.
Yeah, no, but I appreciate you sacrificing some of your sleep. Just anything you want to shout out or plug before you jump off?
No, if you want to find me, you can just find me on Instagram. That's where I put my pictures up. I've recently got Wolverine and Wukong in. I've got to unbox them, but they'll be the next ones to take photos of, I reckon.
Nice.
So,
I'll definitely put a link in the description to your socials in there, Viking. So if you guys want to check out his stuff, show him some love. I'm sure he would appreciate that. And yeah, be on the lookout for him. So yeah, Viking, thank you again. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I'll see you both soon, hopefully.
Yeah, man. Catch you in the
Good to
chats.
see you.
See you later.
Yeah.
There, man.
All right. So yeah, Viking Collectibles. Thanks again for joining us. Yeah, and Maso Manos, that Maso Manos episode that he was in. Be sure to check that out. Again, I'll put that in the description below too afterwards. Hopefully I remember, but yeah, I should be in there. I should be good. All right, let me address the chat here, then we'll go on to the last announcement of the stream here. Let's see where we are here. Okay, asking me. Yeah, Lewis Pullman. That was his name. That's Bill Pullman's son.
Thank you.
Pullman. Okay.
I couldn't remember his first name.
Yeah, same. I knew he was in Thunderbolts, but I couldn't remember his first name. All right, so Revenge of the Sith. Some of you thinking, okay, damn, I wish I had someone to pair with Anakin from Revenge of the Sith. Well, guess what? You're in luck, because Hot Toys also announced another one that people have been waiting for, possibly one of their grails. You can't have Anakin without an Obi-Wan here. Also, the Mustafar version. Yeah, we're Yep, everyone's a lot of people are rejoicing and cheering for this one. It's kind of more like compared to like the I remember that same sound effect for the Obi Jesus, Obi the Jesus, the previous one, the Artisan.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Also, Revenge of the Sith up for pre-order, $315 USD, set to come out Q4 of next year. Standing at typical 6 scale, so 12 inches, 31 centimeters, also 30 points of articulation. Head sculpt with rolling eyes, of course. Got to have the rolling eyes in there. This, I'm a little confused on this one, so maybe you guys here in the chat, or maybe you can help me on this. So I have the accessories here and what this figure comes with. So one of the highlights, one of the features that was awesome to see, hair sculpt with implanted wool material fringe. And so, which is awesome, right? So implanted, so the rest of his hair is sculpted except for this front part. So what's not clear is how much of the front of his hair is wool. So in the description, it says, let's see, dark brown short hairstyle with a strip of wool material, hair implanted on the fringe. But on the Facebook post and here, and even in some photos, we'll do some zoom ins on this. It looks like his whole front, all of his bangs up front is all wool implanted as well, not just the strip, right?
Yeah.
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 So like I said, we'll look at other photos and I'll zoom in, but and then because they're saying fringe, right? And from what I've learned on the Artisan, or sorry, I keep saying Artisan, the sculpted Anakin is like they labeled that his hair fringe as well because he has interchangeable fringe parts, and then not gonna lie, I didn't know what fringe was until I had to look until that Anakin came out, and I was like, what the hell is a fringe? And then I found out it's just your hair, like the bangs, basically the hair that hangs over your forehead. That's called fringe. And so in that case, in that sense, if that whole part is labeled a fringe and they're saying that's all wool, it seems like that all of that is gonna be wool. But I don't know, now I'm seeing like strands in one part. So yeah, we'll take a look at that. But so he does have that. That's up for debate there. Leather-like, again, unfortunately, leather-like textured boots. He'll have two hilts, the typical Jedi, hilts, one powered, one non-USB powered. It is USB powered, and then one non-powered. Static and dynamic blades, and a specially designed diorama base with his repulsor platform that has articulated side flaps. So we'll see in some of these photos if we can see some articulation there. And so the base, the base has like the platform with lava effects as well. So the base itself is about 15 inches in length, a little over 12 inches in width, and then a little over 11 inches in height. So that translates to about 38 centimeters in length, 31 centimeters width, and then 28.5 centimeters in height. So that's all just for reference, and that was in the description. And then that will also come with 2 waist clip stands. I guess, it looks like there's photos of that as well. So they're attachable to the diorama base. So good to see those are optional. So if you want to have it with the waist stands or not, or the waist clips, you can. It seems like you can remove those.
That's cool.
Let's see, make sure I'm not missing anything else. Yeah, okay. No, I think I got everything. Yeah, we'll look at some more photos here. Go through the photos of the diorama base. That base looks huge too, like good size. Obviously, it's kind of, I believe it's accurate to the film. I didn't do a side by side, but it looks more or less. You guys can tell me here, can confirm. Yeah, here's a close up of the base. And then I don't see yet the waist clip stands on there, but yeah. While I'm going through this, any thoughts on this, Blue?
Oh, it looks awesome. Yeah, there it is too. Maybe they have it sculpted up to a certain point, and they just kind of layered the wool on top.
Right. Yeah.
But like, right? Yeah, you can tell the difference here. Like, yeah, that front part.
Doesn't look like here. Yeah, right. All this looks like
slightly,
it's all wool, right?
Yeah, slightly discolored in the front there. It's a little more brown.
Oh yeah, you're
and
right.
Then, yeah, just that that top part where your cursor is, that's sculpted. And then
sure.
a little bit
you're
forward.
Right. I didn't even catch that, because usually, like we've been saying, I know you've been saying this, like they don't do a good job with blonde hair color, and so here it's like noticeable though. You can tell like the coloring and the sculpt, and then like compared to the coloring in this, this looks all to be wool. Here's part of this fringe.
Yep. They just kind of threw that on top, so
yeah,
it looks good.
Which is awesome.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it still blends nice, but I think they need on the in those pictures looks a little too combed than the other version. It looks.
You mean like
Yeah.
here? What version are you talking about? On the previous one or?
Oh no, on this one here, it just looks really combed. On the zoomed in one, maybe it's a little bit toward the side there. You can see it, but that it's a little more styled. But it looks really good though.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, this looks definitely. Yeah, I agree. This looks good. So yeah, it does seem like, despite in the description saying like a strand, like a single strip of wool hair, it looks like this whole front part or the fringe, what they're calling it, does look to be wool.
Yep.
Wool hair. Yeah, which is. Yeah, I think this looks good, man. This is definitely good. And then obviously with the right lighting, you know, it can all blend in pretty well. I mean, obviously, if you have like a bright light on top of his head, then the sculpted part of the hair is going to shine, and kind of you can be able to tell it there. But yeah, no, man, this just looks good. Look at this, like this photo here, putting them together.
That's nice. You could fit them. You could probably fit them both, you know, on that and fighting. I mean, it should be big enough. It looks awesome.
Yeah, right. Where Anakin then jumps on his platform, and they're all like close to that woo thing, and they're like just fighting there.
Yep.
Right in front of each other. Yeah. Oh man.
Hell yeah.
That's gonna be badass display.
Yeah. I do think his hair needs to be a little bit more kind of reddish blonde.
The sculpted part or all of it?
All of it. His whole hair. And I think his chin beard needs to be a little bit longer. It looks about the same as the previous version. I want to say in Revenge of the Sith, it was like a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer on the chin part. So, and that's why, like in the cartoon, he had it kind of come to a point, because it was a little bit longer in the Revenge of the Sith. So, but yeah, his hair needs to be a little bit more kind of blonde, kind of reddish blonde.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah, I didn't think I noticed that. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you see pictures of actual Obi-Wan, you'll notice like, oh, okay, yeah, his hair needs to be, a little more blonde. Yeah. But I mean, the cool poses that you could put them in on the base, it would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm noticing here too. These look to be like acrylic stands here that make it seem like the base is hovering over the lava part. So then I wonder if this is, you can detach it from the base here then.
Yep. You could get your own like lava floor, have it all lit up, and then just place that on top, and that'd be really cool.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there's probably going to be some like egg holes here in the lava part of it. I'm guessing where you can put these acrylic sands in it, and yeah, because the way it seems like Hot Toys been doing it when they do bases like this, like dioramas, I should say, like they've been making them somewhat modular, or like kind of you can detach them in certain parts of it. Which is awesome. That's cool because that allows more options. You're not just like stuck with this just one part. You want to pose it differently or have it without the lava base.
Yeah, have it so high.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can have it sit lower. Really cool. And then of course the weathering throughout his robe and his tabard here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because this is the Mustafar version. Yeah, that's really cool that Hot Toys. They did both specific, specifically labeled this as Anakin and this Obi-Wan as Mustafar, and they made them accordingly, right? They kind of be like reminiscent of that scene.
Yeah.
Man, so look how I have them posed. This looks badass.
Hell yeah. And sometimes Hot Toys are a little half-assed on their battle damage, but it looks like they got the whole thing. Even his sleeves are dirty and
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, hopefully that carries over to the final. I like just kind of what we were looking at with Grievous. They had like the weathering there, but then
yeah, all gonna be half-assed on the release version. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, like some parts they did it better, and then other parts it was like the painting and the weathering didn't look as good. I guess in my opinion on the Grievous. Yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully this all carries. And I've kind of seen some people say, or some collectors say that some of the rips and the tears are not as accurate. Like I'm not sure. I mean, you guys know me. I'm not really particularly picky on that. You know, I mean, it still looks battle damage to me. Either way, this still looks good. So that doesn't bother me, but I know some people really want that accuracy. And I know that's kind of one of the Hot Toys hasn't really been too great at, is like exact accuracy, like 100% accuracy on some of their figures.
Mm-hmm.
Or like that it might be some criticism of collectors, but overall, man, I think this looks great. I think this looks good personally.
Yeah. Yeah, I dig it.
I was,
I can't wait to get it.
yeah, same. I know I was telling you in the chat, I was like, damn, I already have 3, I think 2 or 3 Obi-Wans. I have like the Clone Wars one,
Yeah.
I have the Mandalorian, or the was it
Yep.
Mandalorian? No, the Mandalorian armor.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that one. Oh, and then I got from the Kenobi show, Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I got that one with all the rocks.
Oh, yep.
Kind of doing
Yeah,
this
the only one
basically, actually.
yeah, right, with the rocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. The only one I don't have is the Clone Wars one.
Oh, okay. With the armor, right? With the
Yeah, I still want to get that one. I don't know if I can find that in the wild.
Yeah,
but,
man. So I was like, damn, I have those 3. I think I might be good. But after looking more of these photos, you know, we saw the Hot Toys put up the poster. We're like, oh, damn, Obi-Wan, Revenge of the Sith. I was like, yeah, I might be good. But looking at these photos and just looking at them now, man, this just looks awesome. Plus the fact that you can, like, definitely, well, I know some of the other ones you probably get away with putting him next to Anakin, but yeah, just the fact that we got that, I mean, it's just kind of hard to say no and not get this to pair it with that sculpted Anakin, the Mustafar Anakin that we just got. So yeah, I ended up pulling the trigger on this one too. I locked it in just in case. I didn't want to miss out on this one, man, because yeah, this looks too good.
Yeah.
And then someone mentioned here, going back to the chat real quick. We got Charlie Unicorn in the house. First of all, thank you for joining us, Charlie. Hope you're doing well. They're mentioning a top seller on Sideshow currently, and yeah, nice. I can see why.
It deserves it.
I know, like, yeah, go ahead.
No, it deserves it.
Yeah, I know this is one that a lot of people were anticipating, and a lot of people were, especially because they included him in the tease with the sculpted Anakin. Some people were, you know how Sideshow or Hot Toys usually does it. They'll include a figure, and then people are like, "Oh man, does that mean we're going to get a new version of this figure, or this is coming?" And sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. So there's some people were a little kind of skeptical, but no, not in this case. We actually got another Obi-Wan pair with that Anakin, again, which is awesome. I can see a lot of people going after this. And then I have a comparison that we're going to do to the previous Revenge of the Sith version here in a second. Let me address the rest of the chat here. We got Viking saying good night, everyone. Have a good one. Thanks, Viking. I appreciate you coming on again. Hope you have a good night as well.
Yeah, later, dude.
Let's see where we at.
I have the first Obi-Wan.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I got so many molds, so many Obi-Wan, so many Anakins. It's just like, oh man. Like you said, do I need another one? But then, I mean, you see this, and it's like, yeah, I gotta get it.
Yeah, man, I don't blame you. I'll get your thoughts here in a second on what do you think of that first one when I pull up the photos here. But we got Commander Green saying I'm also going to get sucker tattooed on my forehead because I need all sculpted and artisan versions of Anakin and Obi-Wan. No, I mean, not at all, man. Like we were saying earlier, like we all have that one character that just we spend the money on and we don't mind.
Yeah.
Like, granted, obviously, as always, we're all adults, so we're all grown ass adults making our decision here. So if we all have that figure or that character that we just we gotta have, it's understandable, man. So I don't blame you. I'm sure some people are like that with Batman, Iron Man. I know obviously your brother, who's like big. SB is big into Iron Man, so I know he tries to get as many as he can. So he has like a whole collection. I'm sure I haven't seen it, but I'm sure he does. So from what I've heard. Yeah. John, in comparison, I mean, in regards to like the wool hair, it's like just do the whole head of hair.
Yeah. Dude, they could do it on Beetlejuice, and look how much hair he's got. They give 2 freaking head sculpts full of wool hair. They could. I mean, granted, maybe they don't have to style it. Maybe that's what they just plant it on there, and then they're like, whatever. And then they just got to plant it and paint it. That's it.
Remind me, has that one come out yet? Has that released, that Beetlejuice?
That's not released yet. No.
No. Okay. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how that's going to turn out because that one was also labeled to have wool hair. I think like you said throughout this whole head, but it wasn't labeled Artisan. So I'm curious.
Right.
I'm really curious to see how that is going to come out and what differentiates that from Artisan when viewers. I didn't get it because I got the sideshow Beetlejuice, but I'm really curious to see, like, what Hot Toys did with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is interesting.
And if they can do it on Beetlejuice with 2 head sculpts, man, they could do it on Obi-Wan with 1. You know, they could,
Yeah, good points. Good points. Leon saying, that base looks sick. Yeah, man, I agree with you. That base does look. So many uses for that one as well.
Oh yeah.
Commander Grease, I need to have an implant like Obi to cover my receding hairline. Or I mean, might as well just like shave it off, right? That's another option people do. You know, no pressure. No pressure. I'm just saying, just embrace it, man, and just go with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
John here clarifying. John Twill, Banks USA Fringe, Britain. Oh, okay. I did not know that, so maybe that's why I haven't heard of it. Yeah, that's good to know then. The more you know.
Yeah.
Thanks for the info there, the trivia, John. He's also saying that's 100% going to be noticeable. How can it be? Yeah, you're probably right, man. You're probably right when we get in person. I mean, it still looks good though here in the photo. So we'll see how that's another thing, right? How the final looks and how well it was executed. We shall see. Yeah. Let's see here. You're all crazy. Yeah. Go ahead.
But other than his hair color, I mean, and the length of his beard, that's probably the only gripes that I have with this figure. Other than that, it looks fantastic.
Gotcha. Yeah, man, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. We got Ash Chase in the house. Sorry if I missed you earlier, man. Ash Chase, what is up? Thank you for joining us. Is it me or is my mic feel? Yeah, let me know. I think you were the first to mention that, but definitely that doesn't mean it's not the case. So if it is too low, let me know and I can turn it up. Or again, turn the music down. Maybe I just need to talk louder. My bad. Maybe, okay, like John's confirming, let me turn it up a little bit more than here. Let me know if that's good or if I need to turn it up a little more. Let me just turn the music down again, just in case. But yeah, no, thanks all for the feedback. Yeah, definitely let me know, and I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay, and I want to adjust that as we go. So, because if you're hearing that, maybe others are hearing the same thing. So yeah. Let's see here. What we got? Not sure. Hear what Charlie's referring to. 4 out of 10. Blue is 10 out of 10. Oh, I think you're referring to my mic volume. Oh man, hopefully that wasn't the case the whole time. It would have sucked if I was low.
Oh,
okay. Gotcha. All right. Yeah, my bad. All. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully that's better now. But let me know if not. I don't know what's going here. I can turn up a little more if you guys need me to. So yeah, sorry about that. All right. So yeah, but no, just keep the feedback coming so that way I know. John here saying, I didn't mean to yuck your yum. Obi-Wan does look amazing. Hope it comes out perfect.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm not looking for perfection because I know that's rare. Like how frequently, if at all, do we get things perfect, right? I just want it to look good. I'm not like too picky. You guys know me. As long as it if it comes out like this, I will be happy, yeah, for sure. But again, from the precedence Hot Toys gives, it usually has like there's like a slight degradation. There's like a degrade there in the head sculpt and the likeness. So I'm kind of anticipating that too. But either way, I think it'll most likely be good enough for me to come home. So if it looks really bad, then obviously I have no problem canceling. But
yeah,
I'm hopeful. What were you gonna say, Blue?
Me, I'm very picky. Okay. I strive for perfection on figures, especially when they're breaking the 300 range. There shouldn't be much degradation there. Like on Grievous, his that slight shitty sandwich rub on his scratches there.
The cake rub.
Yeah, the cake rub. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, stuff like that. Just the 10% softness and the decline in quality between prototype and release. So, like I said, $300, $340 somewhere in there. There should be like that Superman. To me, I see no difference in that head sculpt. The Wednesday also, no real difference in that head sculpt. So we know it's possible. So I mean, and granted, maybe less figures are made there, especially with that Wednesday, like you were saying earlier about the kit, taking it down a peg on the quantity. But even still, I mean, somebody should be in those warehouses going, hey, that doesn't look so good. Let's bring those back and kind of redo those, and then we can continue with the production. So there should be, like, if they want to keep raising the prices, then they should be raising the quality as well. They should, there shouldn't be much, quality drop, in my opinion. And Hot Toys seems to be very picky on like where they are accurate. Like you were saying, some people were saying that Obi's battle damage isn't quite accurate in certain places. See, to me that's important. Accuracy. I mean, how old is this movie? You can take a still, or you can take behind the scenes. I mean, they have access to Disney and all that stuff, so they can look at pictures like, hey, there should be a burn mark here and a burn mark on a shoulder, and I mean, accuracy is important. So
yeah, no, I definitely understand that, man. Yeah, and I know you're not alone on that one. There's like there's a lot of collectors out there who want as accurate as possible. They want to buy the best representation of something, and of course, you're spending your hard-earned money or your money on these collectibles in the area. They are expensive. So I hear what you're saying. Yeah, and so it's definitely understandable.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like 100% like straight out the movie. I mean, if the placement's just a little bit different, whatever, just as long as it's there and it's as accurate as they can make it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's like 95% there, cool. Not 85,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing. That's a good point to touch on, right? It's like we all have our thresholds on what's quote unquote good enough or sufficient for us to buy something, right? There's just certain things that'll make or break, and this could be a topic for another episode, but right, like there's just some things like, what, that's not good enough. I'm out. I'm not getting it. It's a pass for me. And we've all come across that, and there's just obviously that's just a figure per figure basis. We have to just make that decision when we come to it, and on which figures are we willing to spend the money on. It kind of goes back to how much money we're willing to spend on a figure in general, right? But then also part of that is, do we think this figure is worth our money in general, just like the price that they're asking for,
right?
So that just varies per collector, right? We all have our items. Like I said, there's some things that may not bother me, but they bother you, and for you, it might be it might be a pass for you, but I might be okay with it. I'm like, okay, I'll just get it. So yeah, I mean, but that isn't, again, that's just, there's no right or wrong. We all have our preferences on what we're looking for and what we think our money is worth for the figure, or what we think the figure is worth, I should say.
Yeah, and I've been talking about Obi-Wan's hair color since they brought out the first one from Revenge of the Sith. So his hair color wasn't accurate then either. So in like 10 years,
I think they would improve it. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like an overall, for some reason they can't get that in general, like just the lighter hair color, like the blonde or the dirty blondish look, the color. I don't know what it is, but it's just, I know there's just certain things that Hot Toys can't. For some reason, one reason or another, they haven't nailed yet. But
yeah, like a blonde being blonde, painting it gold and stuff like that. And I get like they could like dry brush it gold. You know what I mean? Kind of like that the way the hair is on the top. See, that looks kind of blondish, right?
So. I
But
think it looks gold here, actually.
yeah, they have that like gold strands in there, and that's what it should be. But the rest should be also the correct hair color.
Oh, you
Like
mean this the wool part of it should be the same hair color as the sculpted? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, is that kind of lighter blonde? You know, because it was kind of reddish blonde.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
the
I
whole
see what you're
hair
saying.
should match that top part there.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. I just was trying to. I was just trying to make sure I understood like which color you're thinking it should be, and I need to go
Oh,
back and actually look at the actual hair color. But yeah, to John's point, I think it was John Toole mentioned this earlier. Just like yeah, it could be noticeable, depending on how it's executed and how the lighting, how close you are looking at it. If you have it displayed and it's a good distance away, I mean, so yeah, again, going back to what you were saying, Blue, about accuracy and whether that bugs us or bothers us too much, pick up the figure or not, right? It's just, for some collectors, it may be, damn, that's just too noticeable. I don't like it. I'm out. And which is fine, right? They just kind of wait for another better, quote unquote, Obi-Wan, or they're like, you know what, I'm good with this. I'll just get this one. So yeah, I mean, options, choices.
Yeah, and it's close enough. I mean, I still buy it. 'Cause I still want the representation on the shelf. So, I bought the first Obi-Wan. I bought, pretty much all of them except for the Clone Wars version, which at that point I had to cancel, unfortunately. But yeah.
Overall, I still think this looks good. So yeah, hopefully
Mhm.
it comes out looking like this, and the hair they execute the execution of the hair. The mixture of the materials comes out to these.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great.
So
Like if it doesn't degrade at all, that'd be even
yeah,
better. I know, like their hair sculpts usually don't. Their hair sculpts are always usually top notch. It's just
yeah, yep.
everything else. Get that little bit of softness.
Yeah, if it's
Which,
anything like that, Anakin, yeah, that should like that sculpted hair. I mean, then yeah,
yeah, yeah, but
yep,
I mean, really, I can't wait to get it.
yeah. Yeah, and I was also, that's what brings up another question I just thought of right now. Since this might be a point of contention here for this figure, the wool versus the sculpted, and how much of the hair there is. Do you think, in this case, it would have been better just to do all of it sculpted then? Or I know you guys have mentioned all wool too, so then obviously that's going to drive up the price a little bit. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think they should have just chose one material, made the hair like all that material, or do you still think this is a good option to go this route where like part of it's sculpted and part of it is wool implanted?
Um, I like the idea of them blending it like that. I think that's a cool idea. I mean, and it could be one or the other. I mean, obviously the other part, the partisans are are limited, but I mean, they do fantastic stuff um, like the Obi-Wan show. Obi-Wan's hair, you could pull some of the plastic hair out to make it look a little bit more messy. I thought that was a cool feature. Um, I mean, they do great with sculpted stuff. So, I mean, granted, they could make it that, that fringe or whatever, the bangs a little bit softer plastic, or, where you could pull it out a little bit. You could kind of spread it out a little bit. And not, I mean, obviously not a whole lot, but you can make it a little bit more messy, like with the um, Obi-Wan show, Obi-Wan.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, like one of the pros to having all the fringe being implanted wool is like just that you can at least style it a little bit. You have like some variety in how you can have it actually just like comb it all to the side like he's getting ready for like a photo shoot or something, or you can have it kind of like chill, relax Obi-Wan where his hair's just hanging down, or they spread it out a little bit like you were saying.
Yeah.
Of, give him different looks. So yeah, I mean that is a pro of that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I kind of actually like that thought actually, where like, I was just saying earlier with Anakin, that sculpted hair looks good, so I'm good with that as far as like not needing to style it. But here, I think just having this little bit in front, having minimal styling
requirements.
Requirements basically. Like, just having as opposed to the whole head, just having this front part, just kind of like reducing that amount that you have to mess with it. It's kind of like a good middle ground. But then the con of that is obviously, if you don't do it right, if the colors aren't blended, then it's a little more noticeable, if not a lot noticeable, depending on how it comes out.
And even the Anakin, the sculpted Anakin, has the hair pieces that you can make it a little bit more messy on the sculpted version. So
and actually, I'm playing devil's advocate. I can I just remember, not that you said that, I remember that the sculpted Anakin has the interchangeable fringe. So I guess that could have been something they could have done with Obi-Wan then, rather as opposed to like styling the hair. I mean, granted, you can have multiple variations on like the hair strands, but if you just wanted like the clean swept Obi hair versus like the hanging down hair, then Hot Toys could have made it all plastic and just did interchangeable swap out fringes for Obi as well. So I mean, I guess there goes that.
you could they could have had that one wool and then the messy one plastic. That'd have been fantastic.
So it's interesting why they went this approach. And now that we have this discussion, so I mean, it's probably just a taste of what it's like in the the kind of brainstorming and discussions they have at Hot Toys when they're coming up with ideas and like the engineering and just like the designs. Like, okay, do we want to do what we did with Anakin? Do we want to give him like interchangeable fringe, or we make it all wool, just one strand, 10 strands? How many strands we're thinking here for wool? I mean, I'm sure it's probably something along those lines, right? You can imagine like and then at some point though, they just have to make a decision and go with it. Granted, I mean, they could change that decision sometime down the line depending on how far along they are with production or how much it'll affect everything else. So I'm pretty sure it kind of goes something along those lines where like they have to discuss and a decision has to be made, and they just kind of have to go with it and see how it works and then learn from it if it wasn't a good decision, whether that be good or bad. Either way, lessons learned, right? And you just implement that in your next figure.
The R&D that goes into it, I'm sure is quite a bit, and I'm sure they, like you said, they play around with it, and they just got to make a decision, send it to the licensor and approve it, and
That's a good point. I missed that step. Yep, they have to make the decision and get approval on that decision and see if they're good to go. That's a very important one because sometimes I'm sure that they probably get denied. Like they probably don't get approval for something they made a decision on. They have to go back to the drawing board or correct something that they didn't do. So it's a good point. Good point. And I didn't see, now thinking about it, I didn't see any of those waist clip stands in any of those photos, so I'm not sure how that's going to be incorporated. It's probably going to, I wonder if it's going to attach to that, this stand that's already, let me see if I can go back to it. Let's see here. So I wonder if those stands are going to connect to like this stand that's already coming up here, those waist clips that I was saying, or it's going to attach to some other parts of the base.
Yeah, maybe. Is there like rocks on the base where they just kind of pull it up and then?
Are. Yeah. Well, I don't know if this is rock. These are rocks, but sort of debris, like right here.
Yeah. Maybe those pull up and they have a hole there.
Yeah. Yep, I can definitely see that being a thing. Which is, if they make it at both this side and the other, both opposite sides of the base. That would actually be pretty cool because then you get options to pose them in different places with that waist clip stand. Oh, here's a better view here. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. Like this one may be able to pull up here. You can pull up whatever this pile of shit is here. And then you get these rocks on the other side. Whatever this lava magma stuff is. This does look like crap though.
It does,
like in the literal sense. Not that it looks bad. It just looks like
the robot doo-doo there.
Robot droppings, android droppings. So I don't know. It's just cool that they added it there though. They added something to cover it up to fill in those holes. Interesting choice, but still, So, all right, man, a lot of talk on Obi-Wan and Anakin, but just with good reason. I think they both look good.
Yeah, great figure.
Yeah, man, both of these are coming home for me personally. Both Mustafar versions, the Mustafar duo. I know a lot of collectors were hoping to legit recreate this scene, and especially a lot of Star Wars fans out there. So yeah, it's cool that we're getting the option to do so. All right, so let me go on to some comparisons here. So unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to. I was already kind of pushing, going down to the wire as it was, but this is the only comparison I was able to put up here. So Blue was talking about the previous Obi-Wan Kenobi from Revenge of the Sith. So we have that here on the left, and this is just a figure. So that one was MMS 477/478, released in 2019. Then here we have MMS 843, this newest Mustafar version that is set to release next year, Q4 next year, like I was mentioning. So yeah, way more difference here in the in the weathering, battle damage versus like the clean look. I mean, man, this outfit, and you can tell me, but this outfit looks like he just like opened it out of the package and put it on. It's like crisp, brand new.
He did too, yeah.
Holy shit, man! It's like
changed
super bright.
Clothes on the ship, and from a fresh new outfit.
Yeah. He just got it in time from the delivery service, and threw it on. Yeah, well, exactly.
Yep.
His boots.
He was steaming it on Padme's ship. He was ironing and shit.
Yeah, he had the droid do it for him.
Oh yeah.
This looks crisp, man. Look at this. I mean, and the material looks thicker too. It just looks like it's like hot, like he's hot in that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so many layers.
Yeah, but I don't know. You said you have this one. So, what's been your experience with that one, with this previous version?
I still dig it. Like I said, the only thing that bugged me was the hair color, because I think the sculpt is there. And the length of the beard there. That's the only thing they seem to be lacking in that area. But other than that, I mean, I've always loved the figure.
Yeah, the beard. Yeah, I can't really zoom in on this one, but the beard does look longer here. Let me see if I can zoom in. No, on this, not on these slides, but yeah, on this one, is that the case? Is the beard longer than the previous version?
I think it is. It's slightly longer. Even on that previous version, it still wasn't quite long enough. But it was a thicker beard.
Yeah, it does look like it from the photos, and you can kind of see here what I was talking about with the hair. Like, obviously the hair is all sculpted on this one, the previous version.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he has more, like, it's more swept to the side. Obviously, it's because it is sculpted. But yeah, and I will, although I didn't have time to put them here in the slides, I will go back and I will make more comparison slides, and I'll post those on my socials, on my Instagram and my Facebook account. So. And for those of you who've been following me on there, you guys know I'll usually take these slides that I do here and I'll put them on there. Again, just for reference, so you guys can go back to reference and have those to look at, just to kind of share that information. So even though I didn't have them here, yeah, I will for you guys. I'll go in there and I'll put in the like headshot comparisons of these two, the head sculpts of the previous Obi-Wan and then this one. Then I'll also compare the accessories too as well. And I also did in previous Hot Talk, I think it was, or it might have been, it was like a previous stream. I did do a comparison of all the previous Obi-Wan head sculpts and look at them. And again, apologies, I didn't have time to put them in here, but I'll pull up that slide if I can find it, and I'll post that as well on my social media. So if you're interested, you're not already, follow me on there on Instagram and Facebook. Be sure to just keep a lookout for those, and I'll post those up when I get a chance for you all. So hopefully that's able to help you in deciding on which Obi-Wan to get if you don't have any and you're looking to get one. All right. And then let's see. Yeah, Leon Kennedy saying before and after the laundry. Yeah, you ain't lying, man. Yeah. Before the battle and after the battle, when he gets to like we were saying, right on the ship, he comes out like brand spanking new, all clean and ready to go, fresh and crisp. And this is like after he's already defeated Anakin here on the right. Charlie Unicorn is saying it should be a scooch longer than the beard. Yeah, yeah. It seems like so that was what Blue was mentioning, and I need to go back and look for myself and compare. But it seems like that's what some people were saying. I know some people had some issues with the collectors. I should say had some issues with the mustache also in the previous sculpts, and I think this seems to use the same sculpt. Is that what you're saying too, Blue? This newest head sculpt here, is it the same as the previous Obi head sculpts they've been using?
I think so. It kind of looks like it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I'll go back and I'll post up the head sculpt comparisons on my socials.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you got any more thoughts on Obi-Wan here? Revenge of the Sith, Mustafar version.
No.
Else?
No, it looks awesome.
Yeah, man. Finally.
Like, go back to the head sculpt real quick. Does he have the mole on his forehead?
Wait. Here? Wait, not that one. This one here? Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He has two of them.
Okay.
There's this one here and then one here. Is that accurate?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I know he got them removed since, like, on the Obi-Wan show, they're not there.
Okay. Gotcha. Let me know. I couldn't even confirm. I thought he did, but I couldn't tell you where it was. I thought I remember seeing like a mole on his face somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Blue, man, we got through it. You're the only one remaining. I appreciate you for coming through, man, and staying as long as you did, especially like, during your drive. Hopefully, it seems like you made it home okay.
Yeah.
But that was all the figures. I know it's only you, so I'll leave it up to you, man. I did have a round, like I said, of Feces 20 queued up, but it is only you. And of course, you can have help from the chat too, if the chat wants to help you, I can, as usual, throw up their questions. But your call, man. I'll leave it up to you if you want to roll solo and with some help with the chat or not.
I think I'll bow out a little early.
Okay. Yeah. No worries, man. No worries. Definitely understand it coming from a long day of work, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I gotta get a little nap in before I go to work. So.
Oh, damn. Well, you gotta head back already. Go back on it. Okay. All right. Yeah, no worries, man. Well, thank you again, Blue. Appreciate it. And for my previous panelists who came on, Moose Stream as much time as he could. I know he was having some technical issues. Viking Collectibles, of course, first time again on the stream. Thank you so much. I'll have everyone's links to their either YouTube channels or their socials in the description. So be sure to support them, show them some love. Speaking of Blue, anything you want to shout out or plug before we jump off?
No. Thanks for having me. It's always a good time. And we're live on my brother's channel on Monday. So check us out there.
Sure. And yeah, like I mentioned, you can find Blue on Collector's Figure with S-Beam. He was referring to S-Beam, so S-Beam channel, friend of the channel. So be sure to check that out. And you can find them there every Monday, Collector's Figure. They also have merch. So if you enjoy what they do, you want to show them some love. Yep, there it is. Let me enhance them. Yep, they got merch as well. They got their own merch. Look at that. Needs to be 6 scale. That's one of their movements that Collector's Figure went referring to. Figures or any IPs that come out in 12 scale, they kind of throw it up. Yep, needs to be 6 scale. Yeah. I know they have quite a few figures they want.
Yeah, well, we got a new hat as well. We got a new beanie. It's getting cold out there, so it's in a Koye beanie. So where's the general? So
where's the general? Is that what it says on there? Where's the general? Where's the Koye?
It does not say a Koye on it. It's the general. So I don't know if we could sell stuff with a Koye on it. You know what I mean? With the name on it.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
So.
Just realized I was over here muting myself as I was talking. I was hitting the wrong button. Okay, yeah, man. But thank you again. And John Tier, enjoyed. Take care. Thank you, John. Appreciate you as always, man, for coming through, and everyone else who caught the live and stayed here throughout the stream, and those of you just popped in and out. Either way, even if it was for a minute or the whole stream, thank you again. And as for me, figure lowdown, I do have one queued up or lined up. I just need to finish work on the prep for that. So be on the lookout for that. For those of you who also collect multiple scales like myself, figure lowdown is a stream where I talk about figures of multiple scales outside of Hot Toys and Hasbro. So I do have one lined up for that. So that will be Halloween themed as well, if I can get it in time. So I'll be doing that one. And then you can catch me on the movie canon. Speaking of the movie canon here, he says, love the Halloween vibes, Feezy. Appreciate it, Gio. Appreciate that. Yeah, man, I thought you might like that. And I wanted to make sure, like I said, to get in where I can Halloween episodes, because I haven't, we're coming up on the end of the month here. So I want to make sure I want to do it where I can. I don't know if I'll have it time to do it outside of Figure Lowdown again before Halloween gets here. So, but I will be on Figures Talk with Gio this Friday, I believe, if everything still goes as planned. Hopefully I'm not spoiling anything or ruining anything, Gio. But yeah, I will be there. He did ask to show up in costume, so I may or may
Oh,
not
there's
have a
costume.
costume.
Oh, nice.
Yep, for that.
Hell
Yep,
yeah.
so that looking forward to that one. That will also be a Halloween themed. So yeah, tune in to the movie canon this Friday for an episode of Figures Talk. Keep it locked there in case he changes that for whatever reason. I don't know. I might, I don't know why I'm blanking on that, but yeah, it should be fun. Other than that, I appreciate all for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your month. If I don't see you all or hear from you all again, and with that, we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Enjoy the hobby and have fun playing with your toys. Later, all.